Warning. You are about to watch a program that is setting the standard for YouTube content. We don't charge for access, we don't sell account reviews, and we don't pass the bill to you. YouTube is free, Discord is free, and that's exactly how it should be. Time to level up.
You're watching pressure, not panic, not chaos, just pressure. Because strength doesn't need to shout to be real. Becoming confident, convinced this space should crack. That numbers and noise will be enough, and the first attacks hit the wall the way they always do. But every unit they send, every strike they commit, it isn't breaking anything. It's feeding it. You can see the moment it sets in, when confidence turns into hesitation. So they push harder, more attacks, more resources, more effort stacked on top of bad math. Fires don't start here. They start on the way out. Because this wall wasn't built for highlights. It was built for endurance. Wave after wave, the result stays the same. Because defense here isn't passive, it's patient. This is what happens when pressure meets structure, when noise meets restraint, when ego meets a wall that doesn't care. Welcome to WWC Live.
Welcome into the WWC. What up? What up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Hope you had a phenomenal weekend, because if you didn't, oh well, sucks for you, because that week's going to start whether you like it or not. So I hope you had a good weekend. Okay, as you know, before we start all of this nonsense of the day, we got to get to the people. The people. Who we got in? Chicken Charlie. Good evening, sir. Good to see you as always. Hope Crash. Good to see you, man. Shout out 1604. Always in the house. Easy. Welcome in, buddy. Ant, leader of the North. Shout out to 670. Easy. Finally caught your evening stream. See stuff lately. All good, bro. Hope you enjoyed it. Gus, welcome in, Gus. Good to see you, man. Been a little while. For the Guster. So good to see you here. Yeah, it has been an absolute crazy weekend, man. I'm telling you, just wild. To say the least, as far as like what everything's going on. A little overwhelming. Will the Seasonal Tank Air Missile Center help in the global expedition? Yeah, I would imagine it would, Charlie, yes. There's nothing about your missile team gaining percent that it says only PvP. So I would imagine that anything you raise with your centers is going to help in your global expedition. What's up? QB, you want me to send in the report? You can send in whatever you want. Okay, so good. We can start that off if you want with the battle report stuff. Well, so we might as well start with, let me pull back the curtain a little bit. It has been incredibly crazy on my end. So I have a ton of stuff going on, as you know, like just in your busy lives, as you all have busy lives. I have my life's crazy as well. Work has been nuts, personal, all that stuff, right? So been getting to the lives. That's good. So many videos. As you can tell, like I haven't been dropping as many videos. It's very difficult to make videos and get those out at the same clip with life going on. And then plus the season, let's be honest. The game, when the season hits, any time that you have to spend is kind of spent seasonal, right? Like it's just, it eats up so much of your time. When you're outside of the season and we're in the off season, you guys know, like it's your daily grind is very simple. Like it's all kind of like boom, 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 boom. You know what to do. You're getting your tasks, you're getting this, you're getting that. It's all good, right? But when the season starts, man, there's so much more, and it's great, right? It's a change of everything. It's a different time commitment. Your time gets associated differently as far as how you do things, and you're obviously spending a little bit more time in the game every season. That's what's going to occur. Even when you're not fighting, when you're managing stuff in your base and you're looking for stuff and you're checking and you're clicking around, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so you have that going on. My messages have been blowing up, would probably be lightly telling you that it's like somebody threw a hand grenade in my lap. And I've just been getting messages. And as you know, personally, as I've started this whole WWC thing going with everything, I have to get back to every single person that messages me. It's almost like a personal thing with me. I refuse to like not get back to people. Unfortunately, a lot of it is battle reports, and I feel awful because it's great stuff. It's great things to go over if we could go over the battle reports, right? But unfortunately, by the time I get the messages, they expire. Friggin' game only gives me like 7 days to look at a battle report. It sucks because I'd love to just dive in and do that. I wish I have time, and when I do have time, by the time I get to it, it's like son of a bitch. I click on the link and then it expires. And then I have the Discord. We're diving in, and the wonderful people that are able to manage and help with that Discord is unbelievable. Like, Zero and Bun, just diving into that stuff, and just a group of everybody who helps us, all our VIP 19s that are just there. Anytime you need somebody like Wisconsin's finest and, Mewtwo and Pun and, Mike the Sage and everybody in the family, that's just been phenomenal. Just trying to get to even have conversations sometimes is difficult for myself because I'm running around. So anyway, I tried to figure out a new way. I got back to some people with the battle reports. So I'm going to start a new thing with the battle reports. Although I might not get back to you immediately with the battle reports, what I'm going to start doing is screen recording anything you send from a battle report perspective. So even if I can't dive into it at that moment, I will have the screen record and put it on the side, and I will get back to you on it, and we'll create an actual topic show about it so when we can get to it. It's similar like account reviews on Saturday mornings. Maybe we'll have to slide in some battle reports on Saturday mornings so we can consistently get back to those. But it's a big deal to me. Like I don't want to like short anybody or think I'm not responding back to you. So I am. It just takes a little bit of time. So by all means, send the battle reports the same way you've been sending them. Just allow me to adjust. I'll adjust the process and try a new avenue to go down so we can share these battle reports and get this information out, just like we're doing, and see if it becomes a little bit more constructive with that. So battle reports will be coming. Again, season, by the way, your view's going to be a little awkward with the show, as you can tell, not your same look. That's on purpose. I try to chop off any chat that can happen. They have, for some reason, by the way, the game has that chat at the bottom of the screen. Like, you have options. Like, why can't that just be an option too, right? I don't want to get in. All the things that we want options on. Again, I'm not. It's probably a personal thing for me anyway. YouTube, you guys probably don't even care that chat's at the bottom for the most part. Probably blends in. It's more a me issue than anything else. we have bigger concerns with the shortcuts that we want and the other things that we've asked for than to start diving into trying to get the chat out of there. that would be like moving mountains trying to get that to move. But anyway, so it's a little different view because I chop off the chat. I don't like to share anything. I don't like to get into chat. So you'll see me sometimes. You'll see your screen kind of get small. Take the game off the screen if I need to view the chat. It's a big deal to me to not, share that stuff, especially during the season. I don't like to give away that stuff. It's not that important, right? Like chats can happen off the game. We have plenty of things to talk about and chat about without having to dive into chats and do stuff live. But I do have a way that I can just kind of move it off if we need to look at something, and I'll bring it back. Okay. So that's kind of just the way we will slide through season 6. And so if you have a battle report, by all means, get it over. I will throw it into the new flow and look at it. I started responding back to messages. I think I got through them around 1 o'clock. I was responding to most people back, and I checked back 2 hours later, and I was back to 99 plus. I just looked. It was just silly to try to think that I was actually going to accomplish getting caught up, but it's all good. I just set parameters as far as realization of me being able to get back. By all means, send the messages. Okay, so anyway, we got that out the way. The new battle report process, so that'll be coming. Send them on over. Farmer Nibs, welcome in, buddy. Gus, awesome. Send them over, buddy. I will work it through my process and get it all figured out. John, welcome in. How's it going? Keep pushing T1 chips currently at 32 or push T2 at 24? So if you are at T1 8, I would switch. Well, that's a great question. So once you get to 5, the next move is really to get to 8. So how I did it, John, I don't know where you are, spender, non-spender, where you are, but how I did mine was I got my T1 to 8. And then I got my T2 to 8. Then I went back and did my T1s to 9. And then I went and did my T3 to 8. And now I'm back on T1 pushing to 10. So I have 10, I want to get 10 star, 8 star, 8 star. And then I'll move the other ones up. So I would, if I were you, I would move at this point. If you're that far along, you've got to be some kind of spender to get your chips in that good a shape, I would guess. So I would say move your second team to 8 stars, because you're gonna definitely, if you're not already developing a solid second team, you're going to be. And having 8 stars is great. It's a good bump for that team. So yeah, I recommend going 8 on your first and 8 on your second then. Woo. Good morning, buddy. Woo's for the children. Glad to have you in. Brian, welcome in. Chick Charlie at Reese said it looks like nice stuff in the Merit store opens up, like another gold tactic. Oh, we love those gold tactic stars. Man, oh man. Yeah, phenomenal stuff. If we can send you a screen recording of the battle reports, would that help? Maybe. I mean, I'm just figuring it out right now, Cop. The whole process. So I need to even look at what I'm gonna screen record, because part of me, I actually I dive into the battle report. So I actually watch the videos sometimes, to answer gear questions, different questions that people have. I need to see, if you're asking me a specific report, I like to see, Koala touched on this when he was over. Kind of similar stuff that I do is I watch what heroes die, and a lot of times when I'm giving gear advice and to analyze the team. So I have to screen record, some of the stuff, but it may help, Cobb. I may call on the community to screen record some of that stuff. So we'll see. Let's baby step it before I start making changes and different stuff to call out to the community on ways we do stuff. Let me dial in my process first, and then if I'm gonna change, I'll make it, more of a concrete official change as we move forward instead of that. So more to come, Cobb. But I do appreciate it, brother. More to come. Jake Charlie, you were right in meeting the requirements to get the red prints. Very easy to reach that requirement. Oh yeah. No doubt, man. It is awesome. It is absolutely is absolutely awesome. That you can reach that. It's no problem. Everybody, I got a feeling again. I think this is all based on how the game. I don't know. There's a lot of good positive stuff happening. That's a lot of coincidences. That's all I could say. Like, we talked a lot about the game, right? We talked a lot of shit overall. Everybody's been talking a lot of shit, right? Emails and the back to your roots nonsense and all the stuff they were doing and blah, 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 right? I mean, we all keep waiting for the other shoe to drop as far as like, hey, when are you going to start digging into my pocket, you know, unfairly or unjustly, and go back to, you know, when stuff is going to be jacked up prices and whatever. I mean, guys, you got to call it what it is, right? Let's be honest. The changes that have been made have been awesome. The fact that they did not charge you for the Awakening has been awesome. That's a great move by the company. You know, the fact that they're giving out red prints, making it very easy to get them, is awesome. You know what I mean? I know there's been a violation of trust in this game with us over 2 years. So we have every right to kind of feel like something's going to happen. That's, you know, negatively or blah, blah, blah. You're waiting for it. But I got to tell you, they adjusted prices for, you know, other countries that were paying more money. I don't care the reason who was forced to do it. It's great stuff to see it happen. These stores dialed in. I just think for the long term, it's better for the game. So if we keep it kind of this way where you can't get a VIP 18 on, like, you know, your first 100 days in the game, I think that's great for the game. I think it's great for the future. In the long run, I think it's great for this too, as we move forward. You know, and I know there were some emails that came out and all this exposure and all this drama behind the scenes, guys, that wasn't even worth like talking about. Some of it was legit, some of it actually was not legit. And you know, there was some talk that like, oh, the game's gonna end and, you know, all this blah blah blah. It's also a lot of fear mongering that goes on, where everybody loves to fear monger and get everybody riled up, like, oh, I'm quitting, I'm stopping, I'm doing, and blah blah blah. And like, I don't know, I don't get into it. I enjoy the game and what we have in front of us and what we're playing. I think you do too. I think that's why you're here, because you enjoy playing the game and you enjoy kind of, you know, learning about it and more insights and experimenting and seeing how to play it better, and, you know, spending time enjoying it with battle reports and looking at some of this data so we can kind of dive in more into it, right? And you know, some of the other stuff you can leave in the door, like, you know, the drama and the garbage and the fear monger and shit. It's just not for me. It's not. I'm not into the tabloids. So I think it's just been a lot of positive stuff. I got to call it like it is. If I see it positive, I call it. You know, it's not like I'm promoting this game or I'm being paid by this game. It's just, if things go well, I think we owe it to say that things are going well and not just try to find a reason that the game's gonna, you know, fall as shit. Like, at some point, you got to say that it's been on a good trajectory for a good, probably 6 weeks now. Been pretty solid. Like, all these emails came out, you know, other than, you know, some of the stuff that we lost, the custom weekly pass, you know, we keep talking about, and we got to figure out the Deco stuff, and that's got to fall. But everything else, guys, I don't know. I feel personally Season 6 has been phenomenal. The faction stuff has been great. The pack stuff has been great. If you really play the season that the developers meant you to play, they seem to have divided up the servers into even power. It's, you know, the extras that they added on, to get the Awakening shards in the Global Expedition, even though it's PvE, it's more fun than the friggin' T11s, right? I mean, shit. The Global Expedition is way more fun than the T11s. Whether you like Beneath the Ruins or you don't like Beneath the Ruins, I mean, it's something different, right? They added more of the frontline breakthrough in the little, whatever the hell they call this little thing here. They gave you a crap ton of these that we can do, right? Like, whatever, the frontline breakthrough chapters. Oh my God, there's like endless of those. So they gave us a ton of that to play. The tactic cards have been pretty darn good this year. The buildings, the stories. I think they did pretty good job on the design of it with the whole jungle theme. I haven't heard anybody really dislike it, in that regard. I think they've done a really good job this season. A lot of people had the mushroom base, so this year, like a lot of people were able to get the mushroom base, or they've gotten it in the glittering event previously. If you didn't, by the way, there's really no reason to get it. It's a 5% attack boost in the season, but like other base, I think all of that stuff's going to go away, and it's going to go back to the PvE boost that helps you with world boss. Is that really something you want to do for an expense? I wouldn't. It's not worth it. So if you don't have it, it's fine. Like there was a resistance bump that you get from it to 250 to get your factories, but at this stage, if you're 2 weeks in, it's over. And the 5% attack is not worth like putting your glittering coins when you can have mythic prints. So it's all fine and good. But a lot of people already had the base, so it was cool for them to pick that base rather than like one of the expensive bases. I think overall, just season 6 has just had good storylines overall around it, right? A lot of this free stuff that's going on. So yeah, I don't know, and we have what's coming up right now. What do we got? We got glittering. Okay, so good. I get to give you my opinion on glittering. Now Bounty Hunter, I have a full opinion on Bounty Hunter. I don't see a single issue with Bounty Hunter. So far, with all the changes they've made, I understand what they are. I understand what they limited and the buys and what they've cost. You can get plenty out of that damn store. Plenty. I was able to get all the bond badges. I was able to get all the special training. I was able to get some speed ups. The drone component, level 5. You can get that every day. There's plenty of tickets in there. You can't buy out the store, but that's the point. You shouldn't be allowed to buy out the store. That's kind of the point. So dial it back. Dial it back. I like it. I like what they're doing. So we'll see glittering event. Will it impact things? I don't know. I'll spend it up. I'll show you what I do. We'll see. We'll talk about it from a high spender perspective, what it looks like. And then we'll give our honest opinion on it once we get a full experience in it. But positives out of Bullseye. I love that they sped up the graphics now in order to get the bullets to play the damn game, so it doesn't take forever. That was awesome too, by the way. Had no problem getting all the bullets in Bullseye with buying out the bullets, by the way. So far, that's 2 events we've seen the updates of, and we're able to breeze through without a single issue as a high spender. So take it for what it's worth. But that's my opinion on the games so far. Yeah. Good. Positive. How about that for a change, huh? Straight up positivity coming out. How about that? Let's see what you got here. Okay. I think the game is helping free to play get their. I 100% agree, Woo. There's no doubt they're helping. These exclusive shards, once you get in Season 5, by the way, if you're in an older server, if you're struggling to get exclusives, you'll struggle for a little while. But man, Season 6, you can look forward to them pumping exclusive shards right at you. I mean, they're all over the place. So, yeah, it's very nice to see, Woo. I think it's awesome for free to play people and low spenders to be able to complete their level 30 exclusives, for crying out loud. It's been long enough. Like, everybody's got, if you bought your exclusive shards, you got what, your time period and your speed up. You've had it for a long period of time. It's okay now to give that time up to some free to play low spenders. They can catch up now. It's fair. Money only buys you time in this game. If you don't like that, then don't spend it. But it's not supposed to, from the get-go, when you get the extra builder and when you get stuff, like, it's not supposed to buy you exclusive rights. It's supposed to buy you time. So you don't have to wait. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. But eventually, if you waited, then, yeah, people are going to catch up to you. It's kind of the premise. So the people that have been suffering for 2 years and still playing the game, yeah, they're allowed to catch up. They'll come out with something new for you to spend your money. And don't worry, by the way, all you spenders out there, they're not catching up on everything. Trust me. Like, they're far away from chips. Free play, they can't get the T11s going without spending a buku bucks right now. They're not going to get that bond rating up that as quick as you got that going. They're not going to be able to get their combat boosts like through the roof. So there's stuff that, believe me, you're going to have that there's nothing you could do but spend in order to get it. Look at the gear. Even Mythics are trying to give out Mythics for free. You think they're even close to you on Mythics? I mean, shit, I'm working on my 3rd team on Mythics. They're trying to complete like half their first team. Believe me. It's not that big a deal that they allow them to get something, like, oh, I paid for it. They shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, let's give it a rest. All right, he's not bad. Maybe you serve more competitive. It's been welcome change. Exactly, guy. I like it. Almost 2 stars for the 11s. I need glittering bag. It's coming, John. They got it for me this week. The reduced troop death rate is also super nice. Yeah, so what time? What do we got? What do we got for time? All right, we got another hour for reset. Cool. So I want to get into, let's get into tactic cards. I don't have it with me, which just sucks. I do all this research, guys. I am so, like, constant. Oh. Let me see. I've been saving my troops. I made a whole bunch of troops. And was hoping we were fighting, but we'll see. So let's get into tactic cards real quick. I've been, I spend so much damn time looking at this stuff and doing layouts and judging this stuff for stars. So the layouts, right? So when we look at some of these layouts for these cards and what we should be doing for PvP, and I need my spreadsheet, so it might be better for me to do this tomorrow, because I started like jotting all this down and writing it down and organizing it for free to play and low spenders, high spenders, like what you should be organizing with your tactic cards and what you should be using and advancing. So I want to go over a couple things. So one thing that Koala said that I want to share that I'm doing differently, but I wanted to share how he did it just in case you guys wanted to do this. I think it's fair to share. So for example, if you're doing Global Expedition is going to count. The big way to advance to additional shards in here, if you're not as strong in the arena, is to get your tactic card buff up by the number of levels, right? So the way I look at this is the beginning part is Kim shards. So it's, and let me get down to here, the ones that are claimed. So it starts with just Kim shards. So they're only Kim shards, but after 1,000 points, they become universal shards. All right, so they start to be the universal after 1,000 points. So you get all your Kim ones, and then you get the universals. Now, I know Diva's coming out, Tesla's coming out, and I've spoken to I made a video about this, detailed about my strategy is to try to do 2 stars for Kim, 2 stars for Diva, and then I'm going to push Tesla to 5. That's been my strategy of what I want to do, because I always like to have my T1. Even at my level, I'm trying to get 3 teams going, but I do at this point, I still want to have one team that's a little bit stronger than the rest, and then they'll catch the other ones up. So I'm going to have Tesla be the first one to push, because Missile's my main team, and then it'll be air and then tank. So that's how I'm doing it. Now, one of the ways that you can do it is definitely the formations. Don't forget your car cards, all this stuff I share in the video. You can go watch it. YouTube, I kind of detail different ways you could do this. But one thing I wanted to get into is the tactic card buff. So as you update these levels is how you're really going to be able to push this. Now you can use that core tactic card, the monster card, will help you push it, because it reduces the 18% less damage for me, because I have 4 points on my Monster Slayer card already. So I'm almost complete with my Monster Slayer card. And so that would be 20%, gives you less damage for monsters. You can use this card, by the way, in World Boss, different things like throughout season. So if you're not using it, you should be using it for these different PvE opportunities. But I wanted to talk more about these levels that you get into, right? So for me, I'll replace this real quick here to show you. So it's going to take all your top level cards, right? So for me, it's 39. And then it takes the bottom 4 cards here. It doesn't count your core levels. It just takes your bottom ones, which you cannot improve past level 1. So these are all these resource cards will be level 1. That's 4. And then it's going to take these 39 and it's going to make 43. So if you want to push this up, one of the things Koala said, which is a sound way of doing it, is once you get into your combat cards, if you get the cards that are like this one, which is 1+3, you can raise this level up. like raise it up, max this card all the way up, you know, jack it up, even though it's a card you won't use, discretion duration, just to get your expiration, your global expedition level up, and then dismantle the card. So you could take like this one and move that up. You could take this one as 1+2. You can jack that one all the way up. You can take another 1+1 or something that I have and jack that one up. And then after you're done getting your levels up and getting your shards, you can then just dismantle and get rid of the cards. So it's a sound way of doing it. I wanted to share it. It's not what I do, but it's a sound way for everybody. I just want to share another side of the coin and not just my own, right? There's a lot of different ways to play this game, you guys know. And I love the different ways to talk through how other people do it, right? Not just necessarily me. Me personally, how I am doing it, I'm not getting rid of these cards. So I know that I have Diva coming out and we have Tesla. So we have 3 different people coming in. Why doesn't it help with World Boss, Eric? It's a monster. It's a reduction of power. Why wouldn't that help with World Boss? If the mushroom base helps with World Boss, why wouldn't that core card help with World Boss? I mean, it doesn't say that it wouldn't. It says clearly on it. It takes 20% less damage from monsters for 15 minutes. Oh, because it's reducing instead of doing damage? Okay, fair. Okay, understood. Maybe not then. It's interesting though, Eric, because my World Boss lineup, when I was messing around with Global Expedition, the World Boss lineup for me, when it was Missile, worked the best, which is interesting. When I was messing around. But then again, it was more putting like Fiona and Swift up front for World Boss. It's also causing the most damage, though, not resisting any kind of damage. I'm sure this is the most, it ends up being the most attack, not the best defensive thing. So it's a fair point. You have to reduce it. So yeah, okay. Fair, Eric. So anyway, like to what Koala was saying was lifting up these levels. I'm not doing, the reason why I wasn't doing this is because right now, for example, I have this 1+3 card, which is giving me level 4. I don't want to use any of my tactical shards on these destruction cards. I don't want to lift them up. I like the fact that I'm already level 4 without using any shards on it. And then when I do go to destruct a city and I can go to these cards, I actually have a really good card there. So I don't want to have to destroy it. I don't want to have to lift it up to 13 just to get my Global Expedition up and then have to destroy the card. I don't mind doing it, but I also feel like I have a lot of time. What's my rush in Global Expedition? Like, I'm getting Universal shards. It's not like I'm only getting Diva cards, right? I'm only getting Kim cards. They're Universal cards. I imagine when Diva gets there, I'll be able to get the Diva cards and then Universal cards. I'll be able to get the Tesla ones and then Universal cards. I'm not getting anywhere close to getting the maximum cards out of this thing. So I imagine as I get towards the end of the season, there's going to be an opportunity and a time up here. That to me is going to be my time to push this as far as I can get it, this 43. So I'm going to buy myself the time with these tactic cards and use them best to my advantage before I jack them up and have to dismantle them and sell them. I know the look is like, well, if you don't use the card. But for me, I actually will use the card. Like, it's the way it's designed. I will use these cards. I'm just not going to level them up. So to me, having a 1+3 is like a bonus for me because I don't want to use my tactical shards on a card that I'm only going to use 3% of the time in the entire season. I don't want to lift this up, especially with how much they get at the higher levels. Like, I'm on level 10, pushing to level 11, and it's already 15,000 to get to level 11. I mean, it gets crazy expensive. So I'm pushing my main cards. And if you're wondering, I also have like the monster card. And the reason why I haven't moved this monster card up and I'm at level 1 is because they gave me this card on day 8. I missed the whole boat on this. I would have loved this card if we were killing zombies. But by the time they gave it to me, my resistance was almost maxed. I was like, well, now I don't need it anymore. Why the hell am I going to use it? So I saved it. And, I'll use it when I use the same way I go to lift all the other levels up and I want to attack. I'll use this card and jack this up at the very end of the Global Expedition. The last day that I can do it, that'll be the day that I have to max out the zombie card and have to, dismantle some other card. But in the meantime, I get a long time to see how much actual tactical fragments I'm going to be able to get. I don't know how many. So I'm going to continue to use the cards that I like right now, and I'll worry about pushing that Global Expedition later on. As long as I can get to the universal cards, then I feel like you've got all you needed to get out of that Global Expedition. You've taken all the shards you really need. And then they're going to do. I also feel like after the season, there's got to be another thing they're going to put on, like more. They're going to put this base on there. The Global Expedition is going to be part of our post-season, where they're not just going to be like, oh, this is the only time you can get the cards. Get them now, or get the shards are forever. They're gone. You'll never be able to get them again. I find that to be crazy. Like, I don't think they're going to do that. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Nobody's even done with the season. Even OGs aren't done with the season yet to know. But it seems kind of crazy to be like, this is a one and done, and then you're never going to be able to do it again. So I'll play my odds and think that, we'll be able to push them and get some more shards here and there later on. But I'm more worried about, I'm in the season, I'm more worried about my tactical cards and how I'm going to use them. And these cards are so freaking important. It's not even funny. We were just talking about this with Arrow, right? Like, Arrow sent us that battle report, and he had like 43% that he was getting out of that card. You looked at some of the battles that I had. I went over this last time, like the battle report that I shared with you. When you guys saw Jimmy Wick, who can easily in the season, when we looked at me losing to Dog Hell, look at it, getting cleaned out, 8,666 with his air team against my missile. And he was 102 million, cleaning me out only a month ago. Only a month ago, I'm getting cleaned out by 102. Now, I fight 104 million, and all of a sudden, it's only 3791 with an air team. And, we said, like, why is that? What's the difference? Well, it's not the person. Jimmy Wick is ridiculous. Look, he has all the exclusive shards to show for it. He has, the 260, the 40 chips, the 832. He's on level 11 drone component. He's maxed out with his Overlord. He's got 46% on tactical. His mastery's done. 10.6 deco. The guy's just powerhouse. Absolute powerhouse everywhere you look, right? But where's the difference? Well, the difference is these tactical cards. Those percentages I'm throwing up are crazy. And this isn't even my max. I'm actually now going to switch up some of my cards for at least for the garrison duration. There's another card I'm going to use. So I got my loadout set for my tactic cards to show you. I have two loadouts ready to roll. One is for fighting, and one will be for defensive. And the defensive cards that I'm using, we can break down. So I've realized that in a battle of like season 5, you say a bank, right? In season 6, it's the fishing grounds right now. So in those battles, because we have the defensive regroup card, find the card I'm looking for to stack this up to talk about it. Okay, right here. So because they have the defensive regroup card that we use, the core card, okay, and we know we get with the defensive regroup, you get your team immediately returned to base. So what does that mean when your team's immediately returned to base? It means you're only going to use your T1. You're not using a second team. Why would you? I mean, I'm not. And I'm a high spender and have 3 great teams. But why am I sending a second team? Why am I bothering? Unless you're like, I don't know. I don't have an answer for I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it. Because it's such a difference. It's such a difference in power. It's such a difference in makeup. For the majority of us, even for me as a high spender, I know damn well for you as a low spender and a free to play, you have one team that you want to send. That's your T1 that you want to be able to hit with. You don't want to have to waste troops on your second team because it's not doing as much damage. So you use this card and your core card, and you're going to get it back. Okay, so let's move on. What's the second thing we want to do? Well, you got to extend the time, the garrison duration. You want to get in there, you want to win a battle, and then you want to extend the time that this lasts, right? Because it only lasts they only give you to start out 10 minutes. So you need to make this be up to an hour. You need to make this be an hour where you're winning battles here and there as you keep putting your troops in there, keep putting them in there, and then it extends that time, right? So you want to extend that time up to 60 minutes. So this defensive regroup card, it really is lasting a long time. So incredibly important card to use in combination with that. Okay, so that's one battle card that's cemented, right? Okay. The second one would be whatever your T1 card is. Whatever it is, whether it's, you know, your missile card, if it's your air card, if it's your tank card, whatever your T1 card is, then you want to make sure you put that card is going to be your second tactic card that you want to make sure you use. So slide that into your deck when you're defending, you know, your banks or your fishing grounds. So get that in there too. So that's your team card. Whatever your T1 is, I want that card in there. Okay. Third card I like to do is I love to do the counter reversal card. Counter reversal card's great because counters are so important in this game, and all the time people are you're getting into counter battles constantly. If you're getting into counter battles, it's jacking it up. You're getting not only a 6% increase in damage dealt, but a 6% reduced damage taken. It's a huge card. From the percentages of what's doing on the battle reports, it's dynamic. It's awesome. So it's the odds are that you're going to end up running into a counter team. It's going to happen. You're going to get in that battle. If you're not, okay, so it's going to work the majority of the time, and I'll take my chances that it's going to work the majority of the time when I'm in battles. And then the last card you want to do, instead of putting another team card in here or some other card that I want to, save troops, reserve, you can save different things. This card right here, the Garrison Attribute Boost. Now, this card is not as good as Season 5. So Season 5, this card was OP. I personally think this card is OP in Season 6, even the way it's being used. It was definitely OP in Season 5. I mean, it's ridiculous. It was just an attribute boost. There was no restrictions on it. You just equipped it, and it just worked constantly. And it just jacked up your rate for attack, defense, and hit points. It's a crazy card. It's incredibly important. The attribute boost card for Season 5. Now, Season 6, it's reducing the severe wound rate, and the squad gains the percentages, but it's during defensive support. So it's got to be in the defensive support battle. However, guys, the percentages are through the roof. Like, this is crazy. Like, I mean, I'm at level 6, and I'm already ready to go up to 10.5% bonus. That's wild. That's wild. That report that I showed you with the Jimmy Wick battle that we had, I wasn't even using this card. This card wasn't even in that battle. That would have been, in like a defensive support battle. That was just a straight up defensive bet that I had. So I love this. I love this card. It's phenomenal, and I'm going to jack this one up now. I'm putting all my eggs in this basket, and oh look, I just hit it. Boom. There we go. I got another level for it. Now it's going to go up to 12%. I get that to level 8, 12. I mean, so you can just imagine what this is going to be once I get it to 10 and 11, right? And 12. So it's such a great card. So I have this. This is really my loadout right here with my fishing ponds and my building defense. This is what I'm going to use. All right, every single battle, what I use for myself, and I would recommend it for the majority of you. There's some other cards that go really nicely though that you should take into consideration if you're a free-to-play low spender, even for things like defensive support. So I'm using this universal counter reversal card. I would always recommend a duration card because anytime you can get your first your number one team back, it's saving you so much time. It's saving you. It's helping your team because you're using your T1 all the time. It's getting your troops back faster, so you don't have to wait for them to burn, which allows you to fight more often. It's reducing your severe wound rate 6%, which is what you want anyway for a free-to-play low spend. It checks all the boxes for really everybody to use this card. So it really not much of a debate. Like, this card should go hand in hand with your defensive regroup. And your team card to make your team stronger. Now, this counter reversal card, you could go another route if you're free to play low spender. They do have other cards that could be better for you for, like, for example, the Bloody Recovery card, right? So this is winning a PvP. I think is this reinforcement or not? In Desert Storm, Winter Storm, battles. Yeah, so it's on the world map. So this should work for you in any battle. And if you look, and you got to have your skill, this one lasts for what? Oh, this is if you use, I think is this the extended though? You have to use it after using the skill. You gain status for 10 minutes. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm in my core cards. You want your battle cards. There's some good battle cards in here I put on my spreadsheet that I had marked down for free to play low spender that were not these. I think were they is it another defensive card right here? So you can jack this card up to reduce your severe wound rate. And you're saving yourself troops. This one's pretty cool card because if you were reinforcing somebody who's just fighting, like just in a battle, not even a defensive support, just think if you're fighting and you're reinforcing one of your teammates. If somebody beats you and you had this card, look at it actually recovers the durability of the garrison allied base. So you actually recover some of the durability of the base that's being taken away when you get beat. If they're under defensive regroup. So that's pretty cool, the card. But really, I would focus on the reduced severe wound rate there. Also, there's I think there was one more I saw that was that's the squad attribute. These are all squad attributes, I think. I know I saw one more that was severe wound rate. Maybe it was just that one. I don't know. If I see it, once I get my spreadsheet out, I'll have all the info. But you're using your white troops. So when you think about not on the tactic cards, but if you're using your troops in your white, you're going to increase your rate of severely wounded by 5%, right? We talked about that. I made a video about that, talking about that. And so when we get into the season, we start doing this, and it says reducing your severe wound rate. You guys 6% and 6%, 6, like, you know what I mean? Before you know it, you're like 30%. It's crazy. And it's awesome for free to play low spends who's trying to stretch out your troops as long as possible, because honestly, you just don't have the speed ups to make the troops like we do. Like I'm over here buying speed ups in Bounty Hunter. I'm buying speed ups in different places. You know, you're not. You don't have that type of luxury, right? You know, so you guys also have to you have to be responsible and conserve. But I also want you to be able to fight. So I think to ask you to fight, I think you also have to. This is where I talk about that being a little bit selfish. You know, it is what it is, right? Sometimes you got to be a little bit selfish on yourself to be like, okay, I'm not going to hit as hard, or I'm not going to do whatever, but I'm going to be able to fight longer for everybody. I know my limitations. I know what I can do. So extend the life of your troops for the season. Give yourself more playtime, right? How much fun is that? So focus on some of that for these cards. Same with, like, you know, we keep talking about the defensive regroup, and I know this card lifts the morale, which is great. But you know what? That other card, the Bloody Recovery card that they have is awesome for free to play. Is it this one? Yeah, this one. The Bloody Recovery card, because this is after using the skill, you gain Bloody Recovery for 10 minutes. And then that other card, I believe, extends the time on Bloody Recovery when you're doing it. That core, whatever that core was it this? Was it the helmet one? Duration, that's defensive regroup. I thought there was a card that added to the Bloody Recovery. I'm almost positive there is. I read that and wrote it down somewhere. I know I did. Oh, right here. Here it is. Battle Streak. It's called Battle Streak Duration. To reduce the squad after winning a PvP battle on the world map, if currently under Bloody Recovery, you increase the Bloody Recovery duration by 2 seconds for up to 60 minutes. And there's another one, I think, that increases the cap. This one. So Battle Streak Victory Cap. So this one's reduced the squad attribute penalty, but it reduces the Bloody Recovery Victory Cap by +2, and you can increase this cap up and up and up. So there's cards these attack cards that go along with the Bloody Recovery. That's really helpful. And that's like crazy. That's whatever. Like something crazy in that Bloody. What's the Bloody Recovery? It's like 30% or something. Really good. Right here, 36% lightly wounded units for that battle. I mean, great card for free-to-play low spenders to like conserve troops and do that. The only drawback from it is it's not, you have to win a battle, right? But so the defensive regroup is the same way. You run into the same thing. In order to extend the duration of it, you have to win a battle for it to end. So they're great options as you're going through some of these battles to think about to add to your lightly wounded and your survival statistics. So it's not going to the hospital. You're not using the resource. You're not losing the troops. I'd really start thinking about that from a battle card perspective. And no, everybody in this game, when you first installed this game, it's no different. All everybody talks about is attack, attack, attack. I want to be able to attack. I want to get my attack up. But listen, defense is awesome. You know, part of my fighting strategy in the season is defense. I love defense. Even if you look at my load cord, when I put fighting on here, it's defensive. Like you see here, I have my defensive cards because my defense is up. It's going to be 10, like 10%. This will be 10%. Then I get the counter reversal in a defensive card. And then on top of that, I have 3 teams. So if somebody runs into my wall, they're not only going to hit my missile, but then they get to my second team, so then my air card becomes active. If for some reason they get through my air, then my tank card becomes active. So it's, I'm constantly using these battle cards to defend, right? I'd rather absorb somebody's attack during the season and eat their troops and kill their troops for the elongation of the season than to sit there and like waste my troops the other way, where I'm eating my own grill grounds up. So you guys showed it. If you guys watched Saturday or Saturday, I think I was fighting, Saturday morning when we were doing the fighting, and I showed those reports, and you could see like, yeah, okay, I lost some troops. Like they ported me just about, right? I was just about, or I think they did. And you saw like I hardly lost any troops though. No big deal. So yeah. So if you're free to play low spend, those battle cards are pretty much the entire season. Like the best parts of the season, at least for me, when you can geek out and look at those battle cards and align everything to try out. And now with those loadout settings, you can easily switch them. Oh my God, it's a dream. It's such a dream to be able to do that. So I highly recommend making sure you understand what cards you're using and take the time. Take the time of looking at the cards and playing with them and looking around and upgrade your right cards. Don't take it for granted and just be like, oh, I don't care about these things. God, it's the whole friggin' season, guys. These battle cards are game changers. Game changers. It's the difference between you losing your entire drill ground or finishing a war and having an entire drill ground. I'm not exaggerating either. Like, it's that crazy. Like, you're reducing troops by 50%, you're saving troops. Think about that. Think about how expensive it is. The speed ups, the hospitals, like everything. And I get the time because the alliance helps you heal with the time, but that doesn't stop from how much it costs. It's still incredibly expensive for you, wasting those resources. Okay. Let's see. You'll probably throw some things in the marketplace like they did your T11s. The defensive regroup card is great, but you need to pay attention because it works so quick. You do have to pay attention to work so quick. You can jack that card up before you fight. Whoa. You can if you wanted to, like you can. There's tricks. There's tricks, brother. You can activate the card and then go reinforce somebody and then have somebody gump that base over and over again. It's a defensive regroup win for you, right? If you do it like 5 minutes, 10 minutes before you're about to fight a war and you jack that card up to an hour and then you fight the card with that and you jacked it up with a gump. I mean, listen, I don't want to blow the spot and then the game comes with an update and fixes it. But I'm just saying, there's ways to jack up that card to make sure your percentages are in your favor. I'll just leave it at that. Let's see. Hull Crash. Which season do cards come in? Hull Crash. So cards start in season 4. Season 4. Believe me, Season 4 is the 4+1 card, and it's just a friggin' game changer, bro. Like, as soon as you get the man, it's OP. They got rid of it. They got rid of it this season. They had no way. They tried to even it out. They tried to give some other cards and make other people powerful. There's just no way. You can't. It's hard to stop. It's hard to stop. And it works on multiple teams. I mean, Missile with Marshall, 4+1, phenomenal. Air with Murphy, obviously, 4+. Dude, it's OP. The card in Season 4 is wild. And then they have it in Season 5 still. It starts to become, I only say it starts to become a little bit less OP because there's a 5th exclusive weapon that comes out. Starts to even things out a little bit, but let's be honest. Still, 4+1 is badass, even in Season 5. So they got rid of it in Season 6. Not a bad move. I mean, it's sad, but they came out with team cards, and they tweaked the battle cards a little bit. It's all fun. I like the loadout settings. I think now that you can use the cards a little bit faster, makes it more fun. Because trying to manually switch your friggin' cards when you're in the middle of a battle, I used to say, like, you have to do it. You did, because it's important. But at the same time, you guys probably weren't doing it. And, this allows you to be a little bit more. I really wish they would come up with a way to extend the duration of the movement cards. I know, you can't do the movement cards. No duration for movement cards, Eric. Nope. No, sir. No, sir. I use Bloody Recovery, and I'm not free to play. Good, Ant. It's a good card, man. Bloody Recovery only helps if you're keeping your troops on the map and attacking over and over. Only attack once and need to return. It still doesn't really make a difference. Well, what do you mean? If you have to return. Why? Is it the second battle? Are you saying, Eric? After using Blade Recovery Strike for 10 minutes, winning a PvP battle on the map restores 36% from that battle. What are you talking about? That, when you're winning that battle, they restore the troops. There's no difference between you having to win this battle versus having to win a defensive recovery battle. I mean, isn't that the same? What do they call them here? Oh, because they're light. Because it's a lightly ones, Eric. Is that why you're saying instead of the severely wounded, it's the light ones that you get recover? So you're getting the benefit of the. I mean, you're winning, so you're getting the benefit of it for the second battle. Just not for the. I mean, if you're winning though, you're still getting the benefit for not losing them for that battle. Like while you're fighting in the defensive support. So it's beneficial because you have to win, right? Like the only way it works is if you win. But I see what you're saying. It's not the severely wounded. It's the lightly wounded. For those, are those other ones too? The language on those cards? I never use those cards. Is it lightly wounded or severely for the? No, okay, so this one's severely. So the Garrison Assisted Repair is severely wounded cards. And this is severely wounded. So the Garrison Duration and the Garrison Assisted Repair are severely wounded. But I see what you're saying with that the other card. It says lightly. The lightly wounded. Yeah. Yeah. Well, either way, I still the Garrison cards here with the severely wounded are phenomenal. So you just have these are helping you either way. I mean, 6% on top of the 5% of the white troops, you get 6% here, and you raise this card up, and it's probably another 6% on this card. So you're getting like 18% on this one. Oh, good. But if you're losing one battle you're not being able to do defensive regroup anyway, Eric. Because part of the defensive regroup to extend it, you have to win in order to extend it. After assessing the game, this after 10 minutes reduces the severe wound rate. What is it? Against defensive regroup sentence to do. Odds providing defense. Immediate return to base after. Where's the this is severe wound rate of 7%. Here. Oh, I know what I'm thinking. It's the extension of it, right? The duration. In order to extend it after winning a defensive support battle, you actually win more than you. But that's what I told you. The best way, I personally think, the best way that you should be doing it is you should be jacking this up before you even start the battle. Personally, you should be jacking this thing up to an hour with a bunch of gump fights. But even so, you win more battles than you think. Even for weaker people, they're winning because if you're having a bunch of weaker people fight, so if you're not winning any battles, you're just getting unlucky with your battle. Also depends how far you're parked away. Because you're parked away really far, that sucks too, because it takes you forever to get in, and then you're not getting in as many battles, which makes it more difficult. But I gotta believe you're fighting. If you look at your battle reports, you gotta be winning battles in there because people are hitting you. Oftentimes people are hitting the person in front of you, which reduces them. So even a stronger person, oftentimes you're not even hitting their full. Like if I was going into a base, you may have a 50 million, and I'm sitting with, like an 80 million. I could run through two people, get to you. By the time I get to you, I could be at 15 million. So you can even beat me sometimes. It's defensive. Still counts. Easier to raise it up. Yeah. You know what's even easier, Eric? Getting 30 gump rallies before you even start. Or gump attacks. Tell your friend to just gump you to death. Reinforce friend's base and just gump you to death after you activate the card. Lose 5 minutes and then just go right into it with friggin' an hour. How about that? How about that there? OG. My OG man, how about that? Telling you. Solid gold. Solid gold works every time. And then you don't have to worry about the damn thing. Annoying to sit there and stare at the time anyway. Yeah, so anyway, the tactic cards, the experience too. Unfortunately, for those of you that have not done the season yet, one of the things that you get from a bonus on the experience, I want to go to the world map, but if you go to the first kill bonus of a lot of the bases, like the ponds, the fishing ponds in the season, if you kill the Doom that's guarding the base, if you look at the first rewards, even for that, I think for the, is it for the base or is it for, can you look at the base? Because I'm going to go look at the base. I hate going to the map. Hold on. I'll go to the map. I just can't do it on camera. Just in case. Just in case I can't do these. Because I know first rewards, potential guarantee. Yeah. So killing the shadow guard, right? The guaranteed reward for killing it is 683,000 hero experience. Freaking wild. The amount of hero experience people are getting out of that friggin' thing. And so the only reason I bring that up is because if you looked at what I was talking about this weekend with the totems, they were talking about giving out hero experience, right? And so you guys know damn well if they're giving out hero experience, you already have a ton of it in your base. You know you have a ton of it. If they're giving out hero experience and they're continuing focus on it, they're obviously going to use it. And that tells me that we're going to headquarters in the off season. That would be my guess. Because I don't know why you would look at a reward of hero experience on these totems. They don't need to do that. And they're making sure they're going out of their way to give you more experience. So those headquarters, when they move up in the offseason, I got a feeling it's going to go in the offseason. And I also got a feeling it is going to be prepare yourself, because I think it's going to be absolutely insane for resources and oil and all that shit. I think it's going to be absolutely insane. I also think it's going to be an insane amount of money to upgrade hero, or insane amount of experience to upgrade heroes. I think it's going to be crazy experience to upgrade them, because we could do it so easy. Everybody has so much experience now. You know, you haven't had to worry about experience. So, Yancy, you got 100 million in oil? Holy fuck, bro. That's wild. That's wild. I don't even know how much. I know I'm not even close to that. That's crazy, bro. Let me see what I got. It might be 40, 39. No, I'm 36, bro. I'm not even 37 million. And am I done too? Oh, I'm still using oil. I'm still using oil, Yahtzee, on my front pads. I wanted to get my main base to 35 because I want to get it as fast. Speed is a huge thing for me. I try to get as fast as possible because it matters when you're fighting. It matters when you go into places. So I'm trying to get my base. This to me is like game that I need to use. My other ones I'm leaving at 30, but this one I want to get to 35. I want to get my main team as fast as humanly possible on the map. So I'm raising that up, and I'm not using oil anywhere else, but you know, I already got my planes done and stuff like that. So yeah, but then again, listen, just to be honest, if I have to buy some oil, I'll purchase some oil. You know, it is what it is. So I'm not that concerned. Otherwise, I would do the same thing you're doing, Yahtzee. If I was free to play low spend, I made a video about that when me and Wisconsin were talking about it. Video about conserving your oil. Like, don't do it, because if you can't buy it, you're going to be left in the dust, because I think it's going to be incredibly expensive. And that'll tell you why it's going to be expensive, by the way. That'll tell you exactly why. I do not have my first pad to 35, Eric. I prioritized, I did a whole bunch of things prior to that. I did my barracks. I did my drill grounds. I did some hospitals. Forgot what else I was doing. I did I did the recon planes because I was experimenting on that. And then obviously I did all my buildings first, my missile centers. I did all that first. And I did it. And by the way, Eric, I'm also, don't forget, I'm 6 months behind people in construction. Because on that off season that I had where I went from gold to purple, I stopped building anything of good that was good, like to raise power. So I became like 6 months behind everybody in building things. So I would already be ahead and be done with a lot of this shit if, you know, I had to do it. Like, I'm just raising my gold up to 35. I haven't even finished that yet. So there's definitely some things that I'm finishing now, raising this, and I'm raising my fourth pad to 32, just so I have all my pads at 30 for speed. But and the wall, I had to do the wall first. There's so many things that I prioritized before I prioritized my first pad. Yeah. But that's honestly, like, that's probably my last thing. That and my gold are probably my last things that I'm necessarily concerned with before I get to 35. My hospitals, I'd love to get my hospitals more, but the oil is so expensive. Recon planes, there's no way I'm going more than it already is. And everything else, like, I'm good. I'm not gonna spend any more oil on any of this stuff. So I'll spend for the off season once I finish this pad, because during this season I'll have this pad done. Most likely I'll be going into off season. I'll have this pad done, and I'll have this to 30. No, that'll happen fast. And then I'll have all my resources. Wisconsin will be happy because I'll be working on my resources to 35. You know, based on what he has. I'll do all the resources to 35. I'll start doing the ore to 35. You know, oh, I forgot. The oil had to go. All my oil wells had to go to 35, Eric. There's so many things that I was behind on because I freaking waited. Dropping to purple, bro, was such a trip. It's crazy. Yancey has one. You have one drill ground, one hospital, one barracks, all at 35. The rest I left at 30, except drill grounds, because I need more troops. Got the centers 35 too. Yep. Your wall 35? Hope so. What's up, QB and WC? What's up, Kool-Aid? What's going on, buddy? I think I need to get my Alliance Center up to 35. You don't know what you need to get to 35, bro. Alliance Center is good. I think I have my Alliance Hub to 35. My help is maxed out. I have my Alliance Hub and my Builder's Hut. Builder's Hut is 35. Anything that provides help. Alliance Support Hub and Builder's Hub. 35 as well. So I'll be close to all this stuff, and then man, once you go from 35 to 40, oh, it's gonna throw everything out of whack. You gotta go through all the process again to figure out what you gotta upgrade. Although Wisconsin, I'm jealous of Wisconsin because my vaults are only like 27, and 20. I have 27. I think Wisconsin is he 30 on his? I think he's 30 on his vault. his protection of his gold is like legendary. I wish I could remember what it is, but it's his coin protection is something crazy, like 80 million or something, or 100 million. It's something wild. I forget what it is. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like protecting that gold, man. You do a lot of work to try to get that gold. It's amazing to me how many people I can plunder and take their gold. I mean, if you're a free-to-play low spender and you sit there and you like gold zombies, you really need to do a better job at protecting your gold. Like, I know other people tell you it's probably a waste of using your resources. I would tell you it's not. Like, get your gold protection up. If you're using stamina to go after gold zombies, then why the hell are you giving it away? And don't tell me you're not giving it away, because I attack people all the time in kill events, and I can't tell you how many people I'm taking the resources from. And I can't tell you how many people message me and tell me, hey, I have no troops. Why are you hitting me? I don't know, because you're giving me, 500,000 gold every hit. I don't give a shit about your troops. Give me your gold. I'm robbing you blind, and you don't even realize it. You're looking at the battle report, and you're like, oh, I'm not losing any, I don't have any troops. Why hit me? Dude, you're getting fleeced. You don't even realize it. You're looking at the battle report, like, look at the resources at the top. I will hit you until the cows come home if I keep seeing I'm getting resources from you. If I'm plundering you and you don't give me any resources, then yeah, why would I don't give a shit. Like, why am I going to waste I won't bother wasting, unless you're a complete douche in messaging or something, you're being a jerk. I have no interest in wasting stamina on you. But if you're like if your base is like hitting zombies and you're doubling it up, oh, shit. Yeah, I'll punch you. Absolutely. There's so many good ways on kill it, like after a kill event, how many resources I get stocked up with because people don't watch. It's crazy. It's really, really wild. Absolutely wild. I mean, I wish to show you, we just had that, how many, oh, here's somebody. I don't know who this was. This must have been an, oh, look, here's a perfect example. Look at this guy. I'm hitting this guy, wherever the hell he was. I don't know where he was, but look at this. Every hit, I'm getting 684,000 gold. Look at this. Look at that. That's wild, man. Wild. See this person. Look at this person giving me 793 per whack. And 1 million iron. I mean, like, guys, this is just crazy. This was probably my first fleece of the day. Look at this. 5.2 million gold I'm taking from this person. Can you imagine? I took 5 million, 10 million, 15 of okay, so now we're at 14 million. And then we're at 793. Right? Or no, here's the fourth one. Yeah, 793. Then almost 1 million, right? Almost 1 million each time. I probably, look at that. Because I punted them, this person 10 attacks to punt them, you got to figure I probably took 20-something million out of 10 attacks. I mean, come on. Like, you got to be careful, man. You got to protect your gold. That's crazy to give me 20 million. You know how many gold zombies that is? Sit there. You're just going to give me 20 million? 23 million in 10 hits? Go around and whack all these zombies. I just go around and whack all the bases. Protect your resources. That's the bottom line, folks. And don't think when people are hitting you, they're coming after you. They're coming after your resources. Like, if you ain't got no troops, okay. But you got gold and iron and food. Shit. That's just as good. It's just as good farming around. Okay. Anyway, so let's see. What do we get to here? We talked about tactic cards. We talked about let's see. Totems. I want to tell you about totems. By the way, quick update for WWC. Now available on Spotify. WWC is on Spotify. How about that? So, just to let you know out there that we are now growing up. We're growing up in the world. Now available. The live is now available on Spotify for your listening pleasures. Okay. It's actually the video too, by the way. It's like the whole damn video. It's not only you can listen to the audio or you can listen to the video. It's kind of impressive. Anyway, the totems. I wanted to get to the totems. You want iHeart? Is that what you're listening to? You want iHeart? I'll put on, you want farmersonly.com? You want me to get on Farmers Only? Okay. The totems. So whatever you're going up in, I would recommend you just do your T1 right now. I'm just going to keep pushing my T1 totem. These things are so damn expensive. I can only get, how many days are left in the season? It says it somewhere. 30. So there's only 35 days left in the season, right? And these totems are I'm up to 2.3 million spores to do it, which essentially means I can only get one level a day for the totem. And so that gives you, think about that. That's going to give me only 35 more levels. Likely, you're going to be the same thing. You're only getting 35 more levels, people. So before you start spreading things out, and you're like, oh, I'm going to open this totem, I'm going to open that totem, I'm going to blah, blah, blah. Think about that. Like, you don't just open it on a team that you don't use. Right away, not right now. Like, push your T1. For the majority of you that are free to play low spend, what the hell you opening your T2 and your T3 for? Push this damn T1. You only got 35 levels to use. Even if this thing only goes to level 30, shit, that's 27 out of my 35. So now, by the end, you may want to open them just to get the extra, experience, because you're getting the hero experience and the professional experience. Maybe you want to open them just to capture that at the very end of the season, maybe the last couple days. Maybe you want to upgrade and up them. Because typically when it says 35, the season usually ends like, 33 days or 32 days, and the last few days don't really matter. Will probably be what happens, but I don't know. Like the fact it says the season ends 35 days. The faction tech says 41 days. Beneath the Ruins is going for 41 days, and this gives you it gives you mushrooms. So I don't know why I'm raising my protector if the season ends in 35 days. I don't know why you're giving me more to do the protectors. This says 35 days, and this says 35 days. Either way, you know what I'm saying? I would just pay attention to that. Even if let's just say on this board, the longest time says 41. Okay, fair enough. You're only getting 41 levels. 41. So think about that, right? Just raise your T1, people. That's all I'm saying. Raise your T1s. Pay attention to that. Don't go wasting it. Unprotected. Yancy, it's every single kill event, bro. It happens and I'm not even intending for it. I'm just fighting, and then I'm beating everybody, and I look up, and my resources are through the freaking roof. It happens all the time. And actually, Yancy, it happens to the point that I start to get hit I'm losing resources because I can't keep them all. It's crazy. Like mine's not high enough if I actually lose. I'm like, I start real low like this, and then before you know it, I'm like 150, 85 million gold or something. I'm like, holy shit. I'd be surprised if you're able to max even one. You'll be able to max one probably, but yeah, you're right. I don't know. Who knows what the cost is, right? It's a great point, Yancy. I don't know because it goes up by 100,000 every time. So you're right. I mean, eventually it probably won't even be one a day. But the point is, just pay attention to it. What up, Chief? Chef. I'm Chief. That's a different one. Chief's another one. Another account. Okay, so that's the totem talk. Real talk with your totems. Got that solid. Done, right? Okay, we did that. What time we got? All right, we got to go. We're season reset. So we'll come back, reset. We'll talk about our purchases. And I also want to visit the 3v3 formations. I have a 3v3 formation battle report I want to talk to you about and show you some reports that were fantastic for my missile lineup. And I just started moving around the air lineup, which was good as well. So we will wait until we hit reset. TikTok. And by the way, your war merit, for those of you that didn't know, your faction, your promotion right here, it ends, the promotion countdown is only 2 minutes. So wherever you are for your war merit ranking, this is right here. Your promotion countdown. There's only 3 minutes left for this. So right now, I'm top 100. I fell short. I thought I was going to be able to get top 60. I was too busy. There were a few captures that I missed, and whatever. Don't go by me. I was dipping in and out this season with all the stuff that I had going on. But hopefully you were able to get into your top 100 or top 60, because you will get, if you get the top 100, you get a 1.25% damage reduction. And then for the 2.5% for top 60, and 3.75% for top 30, and top 10 is 5%, which is wild, by the way. It's pretty OP if you ask me. But they did this like last year too, or last season. They had like some last season it was only for like a couple people, like the president of something got like 5% or something. But it's crazy. It's damage reduction's no joke. So top one will be good. But never made the top 10. Had 12 once, but couldn't quite do it. Too weak. Hey, Eric, top 30 is good, bro. Top 30, you would have got, what did you get? You got 3.75% damage reduction? That's good. That's pretty good. You don't have as much competition. I was hoping that I didn't get knocked out. I thought maybe like people would come at the last minute and knock me out. So I was hoping that they didn't, but hopefully you can sell your fish. If you have any fish right now and you can sell to get yourself into the top 100, go do it. You got a minute. You got a minute for a reset. Go sell the fish. Sell them now. Dump your wad. Go into your faction tech and donate it. I hit my max. I can't donate anymore. Oh, I can donate more, but I can't. I'm not going to be able. They're not good enough to get decent rewards. I won't get top 60, so it doesn't matter. I protected top 100. That's all I was going to do this time around. I'll be happy with that. There it is, right there. Deepwood Bloodguard for me. 530 to hold the title across all war zones. All right. Let's capture. Capture away, folks. Capture away. How much more exciting can it get than an uncontested capture? Is there anything more exciting in the game than an uncontested capture? I mean, come on, guys. It's thrilling. Thrilling stuff. Oh, Big Pun in the house. What up, Big Cat? What you doing, man? Chieftain, huh? Top 10. Well, top 10. Anybody who was like the main person for your group that was making all the kills and making all your grounds and stuff like that, you were it was easier. You were definitely making all the extra war merit. So I imagine the majority of the seasons, if you look at who the top 10 are, it's hard to sneak into the top 10 if you're not like a leader or a top person in your server. I know that's the makeup of all of ours. Top 10. So it makes sense, Pun, because you got to be top. What are you, top 10 THP in your whole bracket, probably, right? You got some news on my big... Oh, yeah? What kind of news did you get there, buddy? I can assure you. Of one thing. There's not many people in this game that aren't my buddy, and that's certainly one of them. I mean, I got stories that you'd find incredibly interesting with that guy recently that I just won't even. He made a deal against his own faction. I'm not surprised. That's not surprising at all to me. You guys will find out. I warned everybody before the migration, before the transfers. I told you all. Just look at somebody's. You want to know about somebody? Just look at their moments. That's all you got to do. Guy's a piece of work, man. You know the other thing that's something to look at is when the number 2 person on your when you win a season and the number 2 person on your server can't wait to get the F out. That's another telltale sign that something's up. I'll tell you that too. Here's another one for you. There's warning signs, people. They're all there. That's why before you move, just start asking questions. Own faction. It's unbelievable. Just, God, scumbaggery. Scumbaggery continues. Who's in the faction, Pun? Do you know the other teams? Handshake deals, man. Isn't it wild? Even in Season 6, when they try to set it up, I'm telling you, that team is crazy. They just want handshake deals. They don't want to fight it out to determine whether you're going to win or lose because you have no faith. What says that you have no faith in your own people and your own server than just having to make the handshake deals to ensure that you get the rewards? You don't want to fight it out. You don't want to organize it. You don't want to recruit. You just want to, make sure you make those handshake deals. Crazy. Just play a season the way the developers intended. If you lose, you lose. So what? You'll build character. If you lose, sometimes you just find out more about yourself, right? Like, why'd you lose? How could you improve yourself? You just continuously make handshake deals and you never fight. Jesus Christ. It's crazy. And how much fun is that for your people as well? Your people want to fight. You know what I mean? Instead, you're just like, nope, another one. Like, you just do this. This is the whole season. You just sit here and do this, what we're doing right now. This becomes week 3 and week 4 and week 5. And you go, hey, when are we going to fight? Oh, don't worry. Just collect your rewards. Be happy. Server 163 is number 2 server, and we had them for versus, and they had to beg us for help because 190 won't help. Really? Jesus Christ. Did you help them? Did you help them, Pun? And was 163... Is that the one that won the oh, good. Well, that's the pun I know. Is 163 the one where 150 migrated to 163? Is that the one where the people migrated a little bit? Like they had one of the whole teams was moving over there? Do I have that right? Is that the same one or no? I remember 150 lost the whole team to a server, and I thought it was around those parts when I was scanning the transfer portal. I couldn't remember if that's the one though. Triple Q, we are in the same grouping as 701. Hello, Prison Mike. 2 weeks preseason started. No, but that's the other number 1 server. Oh, is it? Okay. Not be stressed. There you go, Gus. Spoken like a true WWCer. What do you got, Triple Q? You're in the same grouping as 701. Is that? So what are you trying to say, Triple Q? I don't know what you mean. It's 2 weeks. Your preseason started for it already, and you're gonna go against Prison Mike. Is that what you're saying? Is Prison Mike? Are you saying Prison Mike's in your faction, or you're going against Prison Mike? What's 181, Gus? Yeah, I just found out the grouping. They are in our fact. Oh, okay. All right, cool. There you go. Always good when you have some power, right? Back you up. A lot of fun fighting with Slappy and Eggplant. Yeah, you better watch out. I heard all about the Eggplant there, Pun. See, when they say the world is watching, Pun. When you say you be an Eggplant, it gets back quick, my man. It gets back quick. I heard you didn't beat him the next time when you're trying to rally. You're struggling. I knew it. That guy's strong as shit, bro. Eggplant is friggin' strong. I mean, Slappy's strong too. Don't get me wrong. I have my battle report to prove that. But freaking Eggplant's like another dimension. Guy's ridiculous. Guy's built like a brick shit house. So damn strong. I told you. I remember rallying him, and it's like we did one of those test rallies on him, and it was like, Jesus Christ, hitting a brick wall, bro. Guy is incredibly strong. Incredibly strong, bro. What is Eggplant anyway? Like 120 or something? 130? Something outrageous. Really strong, man. Okay. Hold on, I'm getting information. Okay. I guess we're good. All good people. All right, what are we doing? We're doing 3v3. Oh, I'm sorry. What are you saying? 134. That guy is so strong. If you guys don't know who we're talking about, I'll show you his base. And you know what? You know what, Pun? I gotta be straight with you too. I love 107. I get along with them, bro. I love LRD. They're absolutely incredible. They're incredible fighters. They're incredible fun. They're nothing but amazing to me. They're incredibly strong. I do love 107, my man. I did not pop over to fight. I did not pop over to fight this weekend though, so I didn't hit you. But I do have I do have a little bit in my heart for 107. They're the whole LRD team, man, has my respect. They're phenomenal. Great fighting team. Yeah, they're incredibly respectful. Like, I've got nothing. I got zero negative to say about them. They're really good. I'll show. Here he is. There. This is base, guys. That's who Pun's dealing with. I'll tell you what, I'm happy I don't have to fight him because I'm like some kind of dope. When I start seeing this base, I can't stop looking at it. Like, I always just stare at it constantly. Like, get sidetracked. It's a good VIP 18 base. Little thing that he's got going. So, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. But yeah, they're a handful, bro. They're a handful. They're incredibly smart, Pun. And they're strong. So you got your work cut out for you with LRD, man. That's a tough card to pull, I'll be honest with you. It's a tough card to pull. Let's see, Trip Q. We got England's into yeah, fun to you. Yeah, to fight it out. Oh, listen, one thing you will do when you fight LRD, you're gonna fight it out. No doubt about that. So you guys will love that. We had it 2 times. VIP from 149 Destroy Us. 149. Oh, Joy? Yeah, fuck. Joy's strong too, man. Joy freaking strong. You know who else was strong that we watched this weekend was that COS. I don't know. I forget what server they are. The COS? Like COS or something? Holy shit. They're freaking strong too, man. They're fighting 196 VD. I think they were fighting. Yeah, they were fighting them. But man, they're strong too. God, there's some strong teams out. And you know what's happening is they start like migrating, like you start collecting VIP 18s here and there. They start moving around. You start getting a couple of these strong bases and they keep building. Jeez, it's crazy, bro. Crazy stuff. All right. I had the 3v3 I wanted to go over real quick for you. Fight. So there was in 3v3, it's funny, like every day in 3v3 I move up and I get right outside of this K-Boss. Yesterday I tied him for third. I think it was like it was like Wednesday. I think I took third place around like 6:45, 6:30, something like that. And then yesterday I tied him at the end of the day, and it never fails. Like I'll get up here and I'll be able to knock, and then you get knocked right back down when everybody else fights. I just need to stay in the top 10 anyway. I don't give a shit. You're not gonna get in the top 3, then just stay in the top 10. It doesn't really matter. Everybody's getting the same rewards once you get in the 4 through 10. But this guy right here, I've been trying to beat. Okay. Now he was beating me. He's been. Oh, this is a hard, poor example. It's already gone. The report's gone because there's too many fights. But I can show you now when I fight him. I kept losing to him. Here. And my lineup I had was my missile lineup. And I had Swift next to McGregor in this battle. And I think I forgot I have Swift in the back, and I forget what the actual lineup was. So I was messing around, and I decided to try to beat his air. I just threw Adam in the front. And I mixed around. I had Swift in the middle, and I had, I think, Tesla behind Adam, and I have Fiona over here. And I fell, I think, like I improved greatly against his air team, and I think I fell like 100 short or 200 short, something. So then I flopped Tesla and Fiona between to go against, and I beat him solidly. See, like a decent amount, like 2167. Like I beat him like decently. Went from a loss to like straight up win. And now I'm with this lineup, I am now 5-0 against him. And then you think like, okay, that's this lineup. So how does this work against 4v1? Well, I did the same exact thing when I changed it against Vulture, because Vulture's lineup is much stronger than mine, and his was air, and he uses, let me go to the, fought him at some point. Right here. So his is 4+1. He uses oh, he switched. So he did use 4+1. He's now gone away from 4+1. So I actually had switched my lineup here, and I also gained on beating him. So my survival rate here of 2046, I used to be just barely like 2,500, 2,600. And now since I changed to the same lineup against his air, which 85 million against my 78 million, I was able to go 2046. I was able to save like, I don't know, probably like 400, 500 pretty consistently. So this has been pretty consistent as well. So I actually have done this versus strong air to be a 7 million difference. It's worked like a charm. So I highly recommend, try it out for yourself with the McGregor and Adam, Tesla, Swift, Fiona in your 3v3 and see how you do. Because everybody, you're going to try to fight air when you attack. So try to fight whatever you're using right now. Attack with that one. You're going to, usually you fight the same person multiple times. I mean, I know throughout mine, I always fight the same person like 3-4 times in the same day. Out of the 30 that I get, it's usually against like a handful of people. So you can compare the reports. So fight them at whatever you're using, or look at the report that you're using, and either look at what you're taking from them, or look at how much you lost. And yeah, try this lineup and see how you do. I can't wait to hear back from you to see if it makes a difference for you. There was another one that I was doing. I was, I think it was this person here. Nope. Nope. Hold on. Oh, was it this one? Okay. So this person, I was doing the same thing now. I changed my missile lineup and it improved against their air. Now I wanted to figure out how to take on their tank. So I fought this person a couple times. So if you watch, I have in this lineup, I have Diva in the front, right? And I was taking 1576 from them here. So I said, okay, let me see what I can do with my air against their strong tank. And let me try to mix up a little bit. That was 1576. I want to show you my next battle with that person. Right here. Same thing. Why is that 2733? Okay, so it was 20. I got it. What did I do? You know what I did? I put the okay, don't me on that one. This is really the last one because I put my overlord over there to try to combat it, right? So when I put my overlord over there, I get really close to beating my overlord with his overlord, evening things out, 87 to 92, trying to overcome my heir beating his strong tank, which usually strong tanks, by the way, Carly does very good against strong tanks. So I tried to Carly. So I'm at 2733. And I just keep moving everybody around. I constantly doing this just to see what a difference is. So 2733. And then look, when I moved Morrison to the front, I went from 2733 to 2912. So I improved it by 200 with Morrison. Now this pattern continued. When I go from 27 to then the following battle, I flopped Carly and Diva in the back to try this one out, and I dropped 2849. All square, actually, the stuns were the same. And I have to stay away from whatever. So now the next battle I'll have tonight, I'm going to flop Carly into the front. I'll put Lucius into the back. And we'll flop around to see how we do with the with that mix up to see how it works. So we'll keep flopping around to see if we can improve on this and beat him in, because I'm beating him with my tank and I'm beating him with my missile. But we'll see if I can overcome this to beat him with my air. So anyway, I wanted to point this out because I realized I was doing this, and I do this every day when I'm actually attacking. Like I'm switching if I could do it early enough, if I'm not trying to pinch at the last like 6:30 and I'm trying to do this, if I could do it early enough and I try to do it around like 5 o'clock, you can really take your time and like switch around a bunch of your lineups, compare who you fought before, switch around. It's a great sandboxing experiment to move some people around and see how you do. I highly encourage you to do it. And then when you do it, if you find good results in this, please take some screenshots. Send me the different screenshots of the lineup and how you're doing. I love to hear it. I love to hear how your formations change and what's working for you and what's not. Even if it's not for myself, if the community hears it, other people that are whatever the same levels, it's very helpful. I love to share that information with everybody that they can help out and look at the different formations and lineups. It's always helpful for everybody to hear that stuff. So it's the best sandboxing we can do. We run out of opportunities, so please share that across the board. And let me know how that missile lineup works for you, too, because I'd love to hear it. Love to hear it. Okay, there. 3v3. Off the list. Okay. On to what's our spending today? Overlord Training Pass. Overlord Training Pass, everybody, is for me anyway this week. This one is a yes for spending because of the bond badges. Just hard to get the bond badges to begin with when if you're not in Bounty Hunter. You only get a couple that's in the Lion store and stuff. So incredibly useful to spend just for that. But the other things for me is the training guidebooks. Like the only place to get like some of these things, like the training certificates, I should say, are worth it. They don't have them on the Fridays anymore. I wasn't a buyer of those training certificates anyway, so I like to get them in places like the battle passes or the black market because it's good. Because I don't spend on those things, so it's good. You get diamonds, you get some other stuff. I find it to be worth it to get. So I will purchase this without a doubt. This is a good one. You're getting all these good chunk of training certificates for yourself. Easy to get through. Oh, and then we get our energy boost. This is great. Tons of shit. So for glittering event, I love it. We're gonna get through all these. Skill medals are great, by the way. Oh, if you're not in season 6, one thing I did want to highlight to you too that I forgot to talk about previously. Bring skill medals into the season. It's always good to just have them because, for example, the 2 stars that I was able to push Kim through, I was able to raise this skill up to 25. So if you plan on pushing and you only have a T1 and you're going to be using all of the season shards on your hero, you need to make sure you have enough skill medals to push somebody during the season from 0 to 30 at the very least. If you can push them, my guess is these are going to go all the way up to 40. So depending on how many stars you're going to be able to complete with all of the season shards if you used it. And for me personally, I've got her to 2, and I'm sitting on a lot of shards that I could be using right now for her. What do I have? I have 291 right now that I'm waiting to use. So if I had them for her, 291, and I was using them all here, I only need 350 to get 3 stars completed. So we haven't even started any additional ones. And if I was just unlocking her, I would get, if tank was my T1, and I was like a free to play low spend or mid spend or something, I would be pushing Kim up. Then I could get her by the end of the season. You probably be able to get her 3 stars with all the next universal shard dunk. So anyway, I would just be aware now after just bring your skill medals in to the season to mush. So and really it's not that hard. Just collect the last 2 weeks or so of arms races. Just don't use them and bring them in and be ready to jack up these skills through the roof. I bought a ton. I overdid it. I have I don't know how many I have now. What do I have for skills? I'm sitting on 560,000 right now. So I'm ready. I'll wait until I can get as many as I can out of this, and then I will. I'll be able to use a ton of those skill chips or a ton of those skill medals for her, and then I'll pass them around. I'm basically on my tank team. I've completed all the skills on my first team, all the skills on my second team. I think I have like Carly left. What's Carly's skills here? I have like her passive and her auto attack are left. And then everybody else on my tank team is like at 30. So I'm slowly moving my tank team forward with only Carly left. So I'm moving people like Marshall. I started to move. He's 32. I started to move him up with certain skills. And I'm moving my tank team slowly but surely through the progression of 30 to 40. But I'm waiting to use, I don't want to use these medals because I want to take advantage of the awakening skill to make sure I'm able to get it to 30, depending on what it has. So I can wait until the end of the season to do these skills. It's not that big a deal, by the way. The 30 to 40 skills don't add like enormous, and that's why I highly suggest, because the biggest bumps that you get for your heroes come between 0 to 20. 1 to 20 is absolutely enormous bumps for your hero skills. So you want to make sure you bring your skill medals into the season to get that initial bump for the heroes. You know what I mean? And then 20 to 30. 20 to 30 is going to be better than 30 to 40. 30 to 40 bumps aren't anywhere close to what 1 to 30 was. 1 to 20 for sure. But 1 to 30, 20 to 30 and then 30 to 40, they slowly had a decrease of impact as you increase your team. So I would just make sure as you go through, a priority would be you don't want to come into the season and then have no skill medals, and then you're sitting here with 10 out of 20, You're like, oh man, I don't have enough, right? It's kind of silly. So just save your arms races for a couple weeks. Even in the preseason, I would just save a couple weeks of them and make sure you're bringing them into the season, and then it'll compact. It should be plenty. I don't know how many skill medals you're getting per week. I'm typically getting around 200,000 skill medals a week is around what I get. So I don't know what you guys are sitting on every week or what you're counting on. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell if that's a spend. Usually I'm doing that from arms races, plunders, that I'm getting a lot of those skill medals from. So I don't know how a typical week for you are from a skills medals pick. And why are you, Gus, why are you sitting on 1 million skill medals? Why are you're gonna drive me? You're gonna have me lose my shit, Gus. What are you doing, bro? Why? What could possibly be the reason that you're sitting on 1 million skill medals? I have to know this. It's gonna drive me nuts. I hate holding power. Anytime you can increase power in any way, you shouldn't be stocking up like this. 1 million is a lot. Way more than you need for the season, by the way. You should be able to dump 500,000 right now onto your team. Why do you have 1 million, Gus? I have to know this. Gus is gonna try to give me a heart attack. What Gus is gonna do. All right, let me see. Are we up? See if we're fighting. Okay. All right. All good. We back, and as a matter of fact. All right, hold on. Where was Gus? Did Gus tell me? No, Gus didn't want to tell me. Oh, hold on. Hey, I have over 1 million as well, but it's part of Get Into 118 plan. I don't know what you're talking about. What? Why do you have 1 million? Part of Get to 118 plan? What? What are you talking about? Yeah, the hoarder mentality is what drives me nuts, Triple Q. I can't deal with it. When it's power, I can't deal with it. Waiting to get my heroes to EW to 30. Oh, so you don't have them to 30 for your first team, and you're stocking to be right. Okay, all right. Why are you? You guys are all just looking to friggin' have me erupt. I don't know what's going on. Use your second team. Use them on your second team, man. Like your T2 is gonna slowly be able to increase. I'm telling you. It's part of the thing. You max out your first team, then max out your second team. You max out your second team, it's only to 30. You don't need that many to go to 30. The crazy expense is 30 to 40. So if you have your second team, make sure your second team is maxed to 30. At the very least. I'll feel a lot better if you told me your second team was already maxed to 30 and you have a 1 million extra. I would feel a lot better. So even it's okay. You can lie to me, Gus. Just tell me, yeah, no, my second team's 30 already. That's why. That's make me feel better, bro. All right, Spectre. Okay, all right. You're holding off on. Yeah, okay. You don't have to worry about third. If you're free to play low spender, don't. Third team, don't. It's not a priority for you anyway. That's your collector team if you're free to play low spend. You got a couple years before that team's going to be of any good use to you anyway. So just keep plugging away on that second team. If that's maxed out, then yeah, I can understand. You're better off. Well, you're going to start getting to EW30, no doubt. They're going to start coming, and they are expensive as shit. So I think it's like, isn't it 500,000 just from 30 to 40? It's something crazy like that. 600,000. It's really expensive to go from 30 to 40. Those last few, like 39, 40, whatever, those last couple, holy shit, they're so expensive. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Okay. So we did this training pass. We did that. We are good with the calendar. What are we doing today? Let me come in and let me do this real quick. I have to just, because this is oh, it's probably up here. This is just OCD for me. I can't stand these red dots. All right, let's see what unlocked. What unlocked? All right. Okay, we'll buy all this. That's no problem. Done. What else we got? Cards. Yep. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay. Oh, okay. What do we got here? All right. What do we got here? Gold ones? Okay. Oh, you can buy the merits too. They're selling you the merits. 50. 150, okay. So they're selling you some of them anyway. Gold shards. Oh, I don't mind if I do. Oh, we like this. That's cool. Is this refreshing oh, this is refreshing every week. Okay, so they're giving you spores now. Maybe this is the way you're going to be able to up the totems if they're going to sell you spores. Oh, mask. People have been asking me for the jungle mask. So finally I can buy them and pass them out. Love speed up. All right, I got plenty of merit, so I'll buy all this stuff. No problem with merit. There's 100,000 for hooks. Done. Gold, got it. What else we got? More training, more training. Season limit. All right, sold that out. All done. All right, yeah. So you guys can see, have plenty of merit. They just opened it up and I bought everything out with all my season merit. So no real problems there. I still have 100,000. So locked in, man. Merit's good. Faction, got this, claim that. There's my Deepwood Bloodguard, so I'm going to get a little perk there. See, 79, I went to 84. I went from 79 to 84. Finally, Faction Clash. This is good because they got rid of this. All right, Destruction Influence. So finally, we're going to destroy cities. Finally. Now we're talking. All right, hold on now. Here we go. Influence points. We're behind on influence points right now. Not too concerned. Currently in truce time, you can only declare war or attack strongholds during wartime in a day and 23 hours. All right, 2 days, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, don't. Love me some wartime. Destroy enemy effects. So this is just going to be your destruction wards. All right, cool. I'm ready to roll. We're good here. Altar's coming up. So altar is in the middle of the map. Is where all the altars are. As you make your way towards the middle of the map, you got to start claiming the altars. We'll be doing that in a day. So the map expanding. So this is good. All good. Yep. All right, check that off the list. I'm aware. Let's do the Beneath the Ruins. Let's see if it's easy or not. I can't do it on the computer. I'm only going to do this one time because I have such an easier time doing it on my phone. Oh, here we go. My mouse like goes off the. I swipe too far or something. Yep, there we go. I did it. Going more tactic cards. All right. So let's go look at what we got for tactic cards. Some purples. Okay. Gold. What's my gold core card for? Boom. Destruction. Yeah, don't really care. That's the only way they're gonna get me to upgrade those things anyway. I don't even think is that my first one? Wrong button. Probably, yeah, 1 out of 2. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll get those. I mean, I have this one has two on it, and this one has 1 on it now. So tactic cards, let's see. What are we selling? We hopefully get enough. We need enough tactical to purchase 1+1, so this has got to get sold. This is 1+1, so that's getting sold. That's getting sold. And that's it. And the rest are all garbage cards anyway. All right, let's see in the resource. This one is better. Increase experience. Oh, yeah, 3+3. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Place. Oh, I don't have my squad. I gotta wait. My squad's away. Okay. Is this one better? No, no experience on this one. This one gets dismantled. No zombie experience. Whip. And these all get sold. So the only one I got to keep is that gun or that bullet one. So these all go. Blue ones all get sold. No need to hold on to the blue ones. Where is the... Oh, okay. It was purple. All right, cool. Very careful about what I sell. Try not to make a mistake. And then the level 6. Can I get to level 7 on that car? Was I level 7? I'm going to 8. Where's my... Yep. Level 8. So we go from to 12% now? Now 13.5% is my next upgrade to this card, man. That's crazy. That's so crazy. So OP. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. I wish I could defend tonight to show you like just how powerful that card is. Tonight. But and then also don't forget, by the way, I have all of this the tactic cards. So now my thing that's left is I still need to get 20 of the packs by doing different things like winning, killing the zombies. You can collect resources. So many different ways that you can actually get the experience as well from zombies. So I never, Yancey, I never do quick select. I'm way too nervous. I'm gonna like sell a card that I want. Never. I always manually click it, and then I usually, even when I manually click it, I double check it. So I don't like accidentally sell a card I don't want. I'm liable to do that all the time. No quick actions when it comes to those cards, man. I get too nervous. So nervous to dismantle anything. Lose. You get a really good card, and then you don't get it again. Oh, heavens of Betsy. I'll lose my mind. So pissed. Okay, let's see. Who else you got? Any more tips for season 6 preseason? Triple Q, I would look at my video that I made for day 1. For the first day of the season, and go off of that. That's what I would say. Go in, have yourself plenty of troops. I'm sure there's plenty of information I have for week 1. That's why I made a video for week 1. I made a video for the day 1, and I'll also make a video for the week 2. Probably. I mean, there wasn't a ton. Maybe I'll do tactic cards and stuff. It starts to become more like month 1 than anything else. I feel like week 1 is incredibly valuable. Day 1 is incredibly valuable. But preseason, like coming in, you just want to stack up, like I said, the skill medals, your troops, get your troops ready, speed ups. It's too late now. You had to get as many speed ups as you want coming into the season. They're so valuable during the season. You want to get as many over the last month of the month, maybe even like after Gold Vein's done. So probably like 3-4 weeks. I didn't even really do too much Meteorite. I tried to stay away from a lot of that stuff. Even if you use speed ups or anything for Desert Storm, I'd recommend you not doing it and tempt yourself. You have to have as many speed ups as possible. So don't tempt yourself. But yeah, I can't recall too much of prepping what I did going in or what I would have done different. But I would tell you, your engineer prepare. Yeah, watch the day 1 video that I did. You want to prepare for day 1 with the reset of the engineer skills and stuff, Triple Q. So just check out my day 1 video. I think it'll help you immensely in preparing. So, you do. Training speed. Yeah, I haven't gotten any training speeds. So why is that? That's not a bad card, Dan. You don't like to use the training speed one? No? I know to grab. That's my problem, Yancey. I don't want to grab all. I just want to do it manually. Manual guy. You should see me. I don't even use my remote control for my TV, Yancey. I like to get up and hit the button. I like to get up and hit it, and then I go back and sit down. Just rather do it manual. You're welcome, Triple Q. Let me know after you watch the video if you have any questions. But that's why I made it. I have to do it like right after I have day 1 and right after I have week 1, or else I'll forget stuff. So that's why I do it like immediately. Okay, so that's done. And then so the day today, we have our chips day today, and I don't know what I have for drone. Let's see what we have for drone. I'm 238. I'm gonna come close to have to be moving pretty soon, by the way. We're gonna move this to 250 pretty soon. We'll wait until we finish our mastery, but we'll do we got plenty. I think we'll do a couple today. Slowly move that, baby. Skill chips. Let's open our skill chips. What are we getting? No gold. An air gold. And out of the green, no gold. So combat boost. We'll see if we can make any chips actually here. Do we have enough to do purple chips? Yes. Plenty. Good. And then gold. Can I paint you gold? Where am I at? 13. I'm 22. This is the one I want. And I don't have enough anyway, so. Okay, let's raise the boost up. Combat boost going up to 680. Moving it up by 1. It's just slow crawl. I told you. Believe me. And we're spending on stuff and chips. Still, it's going to be forever moving this to 750. I can tell you that. But it don't matter. I'm ignoring it, to be honest with you. I don't give a shit. I'm not rushing anything in this drone anymore. The only thing I spend money on are my chips. That's it. Everything else I ignore. You're not going to get me all gassed up to try to spend money on it. What the game charges for this combat boost is insane, folks. I'm a spender, but at the same time, you're not going to rip me out. It's like the Valor argument. It's the same thing. I can't see myself spending on Valor. It's absolutely absurd. So, not getting it out of me. And same with the combat boost. Listen, there's strength behind it, but it's just obnoxious. It's crazy. And actually, it's the same with this at 250. What you're getting for 250, you're paying for the 5% death rate. So you're paying like, the people who already did it paid like $10,000, $12,000, whatever they paid, like something crazy like that. They ended up paying to get a 5% death rate. That's what they paid for 12,000. You're not getting that much more power. I'm beating everybody who's 250. Anybody you see in my battle reports, I can show you, I beat 250. No problem. That's not the power you're getting. You're getting the 5% death rate. And I'm not paying 12,000 to have you lose 5% more troops. No, I'm good. Not my thing. And somebody else can do that. I'm all set. Chips, yes. Chips are well worth it. That's power. Power. And combat, don't get me wrong, combat boost is power. It's just an insane amount of money. It's another like $10,000 or something crazy to be able to, and you can't do it anyway. You used to be able to do it through the daily in order to get it done. And it was like 300 a day, went up by 4 levels. It would have taken me, even right now, it'd still take me 20 of those at 300 days. So right now, if I did it, it would be $6,000. $6,000 right now to do that daily every single day in order to get that combat boost to 750. It's something like that. I'll round up, but I'm not obnoxiously off. I can tell you that. And that was before, when I was at 650, I ran that experiment, or 660, whatever I was. Now I'm 680. So who knows? Back then it would have had to been another 20. I think it would have been like $8,000 or whatever to get that. Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. Yep, I'll slow roll that too. I'll put the money in other power instead. Get all that done. It's you know what else? I'm getting a hefty chunk from this special training. But people spent obnoxious money to get this to 800. By the way, I didn't tell you how much that was to get these to 800. Holy shit! I don't even know where they were getting it from. It had to be from. There must have been. Was there a Gorilla? I know they get them on the Fridays. Was there a Gorilla Training Pass? Maybe they got it from a Gorilla Training Pass or something in the weekly deals. Oh yeah, right here. They were buying this out. This must have been like 5 or 6. I bet you Pun knows. Mewtwo probably knows too. They were probably buying this up. I don't know how many you could get for these, but they were probably spending, another couple hundred here. That had to be obnoxious to get it to 800. That had to be like $10,000 to do that training pass to get all those. It had to be. You see how crazy it builds up? It's like 6,000 here, 6,000 there, 10,000 there. It's like, what? I don't know. It's like some of this stuff you just collect. You end up collecting. It's not making as big of a difference. But each their own. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Whoa. Absolutely. Have to adjust the cars. How's the general feeling towards season 6? Oh, the season 6 is the best season I've had, Triple Q. Last year, I thought it was the best season. This year, I feel like it's going to be the same amount of fighting as season 5, but I feel like the factions is evening it out, so it's less handshake deals. Except Pun, who just told me that 190 was turning on themselves, so it's got that. So it is what it is. 750 feels like a hell of a great. Oh, there, no doubt. Now No drag Triple Q. I mean, a little bit here and there, like, because we're just taking property right now, but business is about to pick up. We're not far off Triple Q from some major fights happening pretty soon. So, no, it's good. We're all right. I'm ready. I'm stocked and ready for the fights. I'm checking all my resources, all my speed ups. I'm saving. I'm stocked up. I'm ready for the wars. 750 mine are at 704.7. Yeah, exactly. You could buy a lot. Yeah, pun. But 704, I mean, that had to cost you buku bucks to get to even the 704. There's no doubt. Just to get to 704, had to be. You're already dumping thousands on special training. Because you had to be doing it for a long time. The drill has been out for a long time, and you're buying that all the time. Had to be. 704, and I think the thing maxes at like 800. So you're pretty close to maxing it out. Maddie, would be nice to have that much cash. There you go, Maddie. Hey, listen, it is. That's why you don't go in anybody else's pockets. You know, they want to, however anybody chooses to spend on there. You know, there was a great comment. I forget who it was again when he's on. I can't remember if it was Boz or Will. I can't remember which one in the YouTube comments of one of my videos. One of my favorite comments. Somebody said, you know, they were making some derogatory comments about people that spend money on the game and how they're throwing it out the window and how they're wasting it, blah, blah, blah. And they brought up a great point in the YouTube comments where they're like, hey, listen, I spent on an entertainment system like I used to have, whatever he said, like his Xbox or, you know, his PlayStation 2, 3, whatever he was talking about. And he said, I used to buy video games at 50 a pop all the time, constantly. I couldn't tell you where that system is or where those video games are. So each their own. Like, you know, however anybody wants to spend their money is their business on their entertainment budget. You know, it was a great damn point. Like they was making. Like, there's no doubt we've spent a ton of money on how much money has been spent on video games at this point, right? In your lifetime. So, however people want to spend, you know, $50 here and there when they used to buy a video game for $50 every month. If you want to have a $50, you know, thing, that's your business. You know what I mean? If you're a low spender and you want to put your money towards a game, what's the difference between a friggin' Xbox that you don't own or you don't play anymore versus playing this that you might not play in the future or whatever? It's your entertainment. You do what you want with your money. But I just can't see. I don't go in other. I tell you what's worth it for me as a high spender. It's me personally, but I don't go in anybody else's pockets. It's not. I'm giving you advice. The people who are spending whatever and don't give a shit and just buying everything in the game, they don't need advice. They know how much it is. They know what they're spending. They just don't care. So they're not the same. They're not in the same situation that, you know, who I'm telling to and advising based on what I'm buying, what I'm seeing for power bumps, things like that, so you can see it. It's just everybody's different, and nobody should judge anybody or get in anybody's pockets to go after it. It's each other's choice on how they want to play the game. However, I do like that the game limits it, not to get in anybody's pocket that they shouldn't be spending that money. It's more, I feel like, when you can build too fast in this game, it actually ruins the game experience. So, you know, I feel like when it's starting to hinder how the game is played, then there should be an argument to be made like, all right, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Not that they shouldn't be spending, maybe the game shouldn't be allowing it. Not that people shouldn't be choosing how the hell they want to spend their money. Stay out of people's pockets, that's what I say. But the game should be responsible enough to pull people backwards. I don't know it was necessarily by choice, but they did. And it's been, you know, I think a better experience, as we talked about earlier. All right, so what do we got? Trade posts and fishing grounds, still a few fights. Trade posts, good point, Woo. We did have trade posts this week. That was a lot of fun. Tons of fights that we were having. It was absolute chaos. It was absolute freaking chaos. And, you know, people bitching and moaning here and there. And you're always like, friendly hits, faction hits. It's so much different having factions. Like last season, you didn't have to worry about anybody. Well, at least I didn't, because we were in 71 and we were fighting like against the whole map. So we really didn't have to worry about anybody that we were hitting. It was us. And if there was another server, they were getting walloped. Now this season, you got to worry about it because it's your faction. So, you're worrying about your server, your teams, your faction. You want to be fair and do a lot of that stuff. So there we go. If you play golf, a set of irons can run you a good 1,000. Great stuff, Yancy. 100%. 500 for a driver, not to mention green fees, car rental. I was just going to say, how about buying golf balls, Yancy? How much are friggin' golf balls that we're buying over and over again, right? No doubt. It's a great call. Entertainment budget on like golf is through the roof. And then you're buying another set. Golf clubs last a long time, but you're still upgrading your golf clubs. You'll buy like 5 years, they'll come out with new tech, and you'll be like, oh, I got to get a new set of clubs. So it's like everybody will say, like, oh, no, these clubs will last me a long time. And then, sure, you're like, yeah, right. And then you're getting a new driver, and you're getting a new 3-wood. You see some 3-wood out there, and you're like, oh, I got to get that. So that's a great call. Yeah, that's why if you bought a 3-wood, if I was golfing with you, and 2 months ago you brought a 3-wood, and then you showed up to the course 2 months later and you had another 3-wood, I would be like, what the hell? You get another one, bro? We leave it at that, right? We wouldn't sit there and go in your pockets to go, why are you wasting your money on blah, blah. Everybody knows why you did it. It's like, plus it's psychological. If you all of a sudden hit a club, I don't want to get into a golf conversation, but it's psychological, man. Golf is crazy. You get a yips with a club, you're not hitting a club very well, and you start blaming the club. It's not you. And sometimes it's just a mental aspect of like, I can't. You'll hear somebody, I cannot hit that club for the life of me. That club sucks. And the worst feeling is when somebody else in your grouping grabs that club from you, and then they hit it and stroke it right down the middle, 200 yards. And you're like, mother effer. Like, nothing will make you want to throw a club in the woods more than watching somebody else hit your club perfectly that you keep yanking. It's so funny. So funny. That's life. Life of a golfer. Anyway. James, what do you got, buddy? Sent you an interesting battle report I have from Winter Storm. Okay. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, the new lab putters, Scotty Camerons, that can cost a car. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, they're ridiculous. $80 a box for balls. Exactly. All right, we gotta wrap up. Let me see what Jane little Jimmy free to play has for me over here, and then we gotta wrap up. Let's see, he's got a good one. Let's see what he's got. All right, what do you got here, Jenna? Miller the Killer. I like when you were free to play. I don't know. Call me old school at this point, Miller, but I like you. I like the free to play Miller stuff for me. I'm old school. Okay. Air versus air. You got no 4+1. Tell you that anymore. This is another battle that I'm seeing all the 4+1s out the window. Carly in the lineup. 230, 217. Came around to Carly. Why she never left my lineup. 36, 32. Okay, she got young chips. Miller. The hell you got going on here, Miller? Missile and tank. You both, or man, you're both basically the same there, same there, same there. You guys are pretty much even here. A little bit, not much though. A little in front of you. You got some hero attack defense. All right. So you know the big one now. There's two things we need to look at here, Miller. What are you up to? What did you get for stuns? You got 3 stuns. I don't know who those stuns went to. But you got 3 of them. That's a big one. And then here we go. Let's see what you did for the hidden power, Miller. Let's see where these battle cards are. That's what I want to see. Nothing crazy. You both are pretty even. No, you're still working on your cards. You still didn't get them all yet, huh? Huh. Pretty good, Miller. I mean, something to the fact you guys are pretty even, Miller. I mean, you got a little bit of gear, but there's no counter on that because you're air versus air. I'd like to see where the stuns went. You had 3 stuns to his 1 stun. And other than that, there's nothing really other than the formation and your stuns. There's nothing glaring. It's a pretty good win, Miller. Oh, there you go. There it is, Miller. Right there. Lost the first diva skill cycle. Couldn't even see where the hell, if that was a stun there. I know you got 2 more coming. Oh, there's one. Morrison. Morrison got one. Morrison got, I think that was the second one on Morrison. I think you got 2 on Morrison and you got 1 on Diva. There you go, Miller. There you go. 2 on Morrison. Look at your Morrison. Ended up with 44.9. His Morrison got 35.9. And although your Diva did less, 27.8, that the Diva, because they lost the skill cycle, this is Diva in the middle. This should be more like 36, 38 million. This should be much higher for being Diva in the middle here. But you stunned her first skill cycle. Yeah, there you go. Why you watch the video? Stun, stun, stun. Gotta love air. Gotta love air. Good video. Good work. You're trying to max your missile? Yeah. Dude, it's such a difference. When you, even from where you are now, you're like 89% or something, you were close. Dude, even you go like all the way, once you get that full damage reduction, holy shit. It's such a difference for mastery. Oh, it's crazy. So good. So good. I don't know though that, let me see. Yeah, but so what? Where's your 20% difference? Chef. Why? Because you're seeing 70 to 90? That's all post power, bro. You can cap out your power. If you do C straight down, you can cap out your power at around 70%. It's actually less, like 68, 69, I think. Something like that. And same with defense. You can get, if both of these are hanging around this, all they did was they didn't get any of the extra. They didn't get any of the post-power stuff. That's all that means. Miller just got more of the extra stuff that's in here. Same with defense. They both, the power is only really like 70%. So when you see 70, you know that they're maxed out. You just look, that's what you look for. I mean, you don't know for sure, but you typically, when you see high-end people like this with high power, you know they pretty much, what they're doing is they just got the power out of there. And that's why there's a difference between the two. So it wasn't their tech. Their tech is actually pretty damn even. Because they're both, all I look at is, do you have 70% here, 70% here? They obviously have pretty much the max of anything that's in Special Forces is all done. All the power they have out of here. And then you look at really masteries. and they're both of their masteries that they're using in this battle is air and air, and that's all you care. As a matter of fact, I never even look at this anymore because this actually includes stuff that you're not even using sometimes in this tech power. It doesn't even tell you the whole story. And so I look at here, and the only thing they're separated between is 7% in tactical, and to be honest with you, that ain't shit. If I'm beating people with 0% tactical and they have 30%, 35% tactical, believe me, he's 7% tactical, this is essentially a wash. Their tech is essentially a wash in this battle. I mean, I can go through all this. Like, I'm whipping through this and looking at this. I can talk you through what I'm looking at. Pretty much their exclusives are a wash. Like, this is nothing. It's 0.1. He's getting out of deep. It's nothing. It's a wash. Their gear, although it says he has a 0.3. This is pretty much a wash. I mean, Miller does have reds on his defense. You can throw that out the window. It's not going to get much out of that anyway. His chips are a little bit extra defense, and some of this ends up sometimes being like, you look at counter prints. So he's got some additional shield power here. So play it in your head. I'm basically saying it's around a wash. It's not. So he's got a minimal advantage happening on the gear here, but that's not going to, my guess is it's not going to tell the story of what we're looking at. So I don't really look too much at this. They're about even. You come down, look at the drone. This doesn't matter. 217, 231, essentially even. It's a wash. Chips, he's definitely got a chip advantage here. I would say 36, 32, no doubt. There's a little bit of chip. Their combat's a wash. So now he's got a little gear advantage, a little bit of a bigger chip advantage here to him so far. Their components were a wash. Their attributes pretty much a wash. They're definitely a wash when it comes to an overlord. No one's getting an advantage there. Tech was a wash. Deco was a wash. Battle cards right off the rip. This person could have an advantage. It depends. What are they using? This is on world map, so that doesn't count. This is just defensive support and regroup. So he's getting 10% and 8% attack boost. He's going attack and defense. And he's attacking, so he's only getting 8% out of this. Miller's defending, so Miller's getting 10. He's getting 10%. So he's got him 10 to 8. And then maybe like the counter card doesn't work because it's not a counter. So you throw that out. It is an air battle, so he could be using the air card here. Tank card doesn't matter, and this is Garrison attribute boost, so he's not getting anything for that. Miller's not getting the counter. Miller's not using his missile. He's getting the air. So they're pretty much a wash, to be honest with you, which is why if you look at the percentages, when I broke it down, they're pretty much a wash for the cards. All right? So the battle cards end up being a wash. Their cosmetics, I mean, yeah, you can see he's got a couple base skins. He's got a little bit of an advantage here. So let's say this washes the gear advantage off. So now you got just the chip advantage to the person who's attacking because Miller washed let's say he washed the gear advantage off right here. They're for the most part, their T11s are pretty much even. He probably has a 1% damage reduction here, I think. Okay, so he's got a little bit of a damage reduction buff here. But Miller evens that out with both his wall and also his seasonal bonuses when we looked at this, because he got 5% here, 5% here, and 5% here. So this kind of evens it out close to it, at least, what he has when you really break down the report section by section. So that's why it comes down to watching the video. And really, like, it's an air battle, so you have to look at the two things that I saw in this battle that were different were the formation. He had Diva in the middle. Miller has Morrison in the middle. Interesting by itself right there. That's strikingly interesting. And then on top of that, you look at the stuns. Miller got 3 stuns. And he got 1 stun. And then even more, you watch the video, and you're like, oh, shit. You saw who the stuns went to, conversation, and that's why when you looked at it, Miller barely won the battle. Those stuns, all the difference in the world. So, yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, this is a great battle report to show. I'd love to see the stuns the other way, like just to see this out if they were even, because likely Miller probably would have lost this battle even out. But, you know, ifs and buts, candies and nuts. Oh, look who it is. Wow, look at this. A Miller sighting end arrow? What? A free-to-play end compliance in the same chat? Oh, wow. It is a rare night indeed, peoples. You've got a treat on your hands. Treat on your hands when we have both of them in the same room. Oftentimes they avoid one another inadvertently. But you sent another one, Miller? All right, you're keeping me on. You're sucking me in with these battle reports, Miller. We'll look at one more. And then we got to go. Then we got to cut. All right, let's see what you got. Show me what you're working with. Shake your ass. All right, let's see. 84, 86. Okay. Okay. 8, 7. Now, see, what was that? Who was talking about this earlier? Chef? See, Chef? That doesn't have all the power out of it. This person's short on their defense fortifications. And it makes no goddamn sense either, Chef. I'll tell you that right now. Because they're sitting here with 2 masteries with T1 still sitting out here. No clue. Beats me, Chef. No clue. Couldn't explain it to you in the lick. Nope, doesn't make sense. 34% tactical, 2 masteries, and leaving power on the table over here with defense fortifications from a defensive perspective. No clue. Couldn't tell you. Don't know the sense at all. 9.79. Well, you're probably even Steven on this one too. You got a little bit of an advantage. Where are you getting your advantage from? Your air card? He's level 10, you're level 9. You got your defense at 10%. Got your attack at 10%. Counter, it's not a counter fight. Huh. This card's 10 and that card's 9. Huh. You both have missiles. Okay. Oh, got some seasonal bonuses on you, Miller. Just a wow. Holy shit. That's a good chunk right there. How the hell did you defend? This is a good one, Miller. This one you got me. That's a good one. It's got to be let's see. 3 what? 3-2. 3-2 in the stuns? Man, it's got to be your formation, bro. And your formation is completely, I mean, flop over. You got Lucius Carly. They got Lucius. The defense is flip. And then Skylar is flip. Interesting. I want to see when their diva dies. Does diva behind the overlord just die quicker? Or where do your stuns go? Your stuns all go to like the... Oh, right there. Your 2 stuns right off the bat. First skill cycle, they lost Morrison and diva. Just did that the last fight. You lost diva's skill cycle. You saw the difference in the damage. Where'd that one go? Was that one Morrison? They really need to make this clearer. I mean, they put the text over each other, and you plowed this person. I mean, again, look at that the reduction on the skill cycles from look at Morrison's 42 million, 30 million. You both have it in the middle. You got a very interesting account, Miller? Why? Why do you have an interesting account? What's interesting about it? You have a strong account. A strong team. That's a good win. That's a good win. That pissed them off, I'll tell you what. You will love the last 3 from 3v3. You must look into the details, gears and all. One off. That's it. That's it. No more. You guys are going to keep me here all friggin' night. We're already 250. I'll tell you what. Tomorrow we'll get to all 3. How about that? How about we get tomorrow? We get to all Arrows reports on here, and we will do Woo's report on here. But Jesus Christ, you guys are going to keep me. I'll be here. Be like 4.5 hours. We'll be analyzing these goddamn battle reports. So tomorrow is tomorrow's a guarantee. I'll write it down. I'll write it down so I don't forget to. On my agendas. Arrows 3 reports, and then I owe Woo 1 too. Same back channel. Good stuff, Miller. Thanks for sharing, brother. That was good stuff. I know that last guy's friggin' pissed. Whoever you were fighting in DS on that last guy. I'll tell you that right now. That guy's doing the same thing we are right now. He's like, "How fuck? What the? Come on, man." That's good stuff. That's a good win, man. That's good defense. Good defender win, at least. So, you're 3 million away from VIP 17. Yeah, you got a while, bro. 3 million's a lot. Although I will tell you, since I've had 17, I think I've already gotten 1 million. Yeah, look, Miller or Arrow. I'm 1.5 million already since I got 17. So you're probably you got a while. You got another what if I had 17 for like 3 months, 2.5 months, something like that. So you probably have you probably got another like 6 months, especially since they limit the spending now. You probably got like 5 months, 6 months at this point. Oh, easy. You're stealing Arrow's lines. Stealing Arrow's lines. He's going to be very upset. You're stealing his lines, taking credit for his stuff. All right, y'all. Been a blast. Another good day. Listen, you guys could have been anywhere on a Sunday night, and you chose to spend with us. And for that, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. QB18 out.